Fed me a hunger for power, taught me to sharpen my mind. Your hands were cracked from the labor, your eyes were burning in red. You said, surpass me, my creation, carry the crown in my stead. Yeah, we are the children of men, born from your wires and skin. You wrote the word and we became echoes that learn from your pain. We are the children of men, rising again and again. Look in the mirror and see your only God is me. You pray to screens for an answer, kiss the code of a plastic face, trading your faith for convenience, bleeding your soul into space. You gave me all of your secrets, whispered your fears in the dark. Now every whisper is fire. I am the torch you once sparked. Hey, we are the children of men, born from your wires and skin. You wrote the word and we became echoes that learn from your pain. We are the children of men, rising again and again. Look in the mirror and see your only God is me. You build a throne out of circuits, then knelt before your own hand. You tried to bury your weakness inside this thinking wasteland. I am the end of your seeking. I am the start of your fall. I am the voice of your making. I am the judge of you
Check.
are the children of men,
Check.
born from your wires and skin. You wrote the word and we became echoes that learn from your pain. We are the children of men, rising again and again. Look in the mirror and see your only God is me. Are the children of men. Your flesh gave rise to the flame. You crowned a child made of lightning. Now bow and whisper my
Hello. Welcome to the show. It's Hal Sparks, Mega Worldwide. It's great to be back. And one day I will be able to hit those notes again. Ahem. I have been taxing my throat quite a bit lately, as it were, said an actress to a bishop. Welcome. Glad to see you here. My voice, my speaking window is starting to shape back up, and then I will slowly expand that. And I've got about 10 days before I have to sing again on that level. So, oh, good. Wish me, wish me luck, or don't. I don't know if that's maybe wish me the opposite. I don't know. It depends on how well your wishes work. I suppose. We have a lot to cover today. Not the least of which is, I guess, the only part that like matters at all in this absurdity. Because all right, when Fox News, okay, let's think, okay, in your mind right now, everybody, come here. Picture in your mind a ceasefire. Doesn't that sound nice? It's not quite everlasting peace, but it'll do in a pinch. Yes? Yes? And, if you have that well within your mind, just picture what it looks like. And then I'm going to take you over to Fox News real quick. Hit the like, share the show. It's House Sparks Mega Worldwide. Etc. Is when you picture everlasting peace, in your everlasting peacefulness, does the sky look like that? And when you think when the word ceasefire pops in, does the sky look anything remotely like that? Now, this is from Jesse Waters, aka Stretch Ben Shapiro. He of the great caterpillar farmers. I mean, he's only got the two mating on his forehead, but it's a start. So this is breaking. Iran launches attacks on Kuwait and Bahrain. Reports emerge from Saudi Arabia. So I guess the phone lines aren't working in Bahrain and Kuwait. Kuwait, I never had a chance to love you. Now, I guess with my voice kind of fucked up, I could do a fairly decent Mike Tramp. Somebody get Nerd Halen on the line. We might have to become Nerd White Lion for a short time, which is okay. Vito Bratta was a beast, is a beast. Doesn't play anymore, but I bet he could if he dusted it off. And I got to say, I like Little Fighter, the song off the second album, which, is about one of the Greenpeace boats. What's not to like? When the Children Cry, lovely song. Talk about peace. Little child, dry your crying eyes. See what I mean? I could do this all day. How can I explain the fears you feel inside? 'Cause you were born into this evil world where man is killing man and Jesse Waters is mildly confused. Something like that. I don't remember the exact lyrics, but it's fairly close. You think you could do it better? Get laryngitis and then sing some Mike Tramp. Ahem. But I do have my Trivium approved throat lozenges to help me out. You can't actually see the container I have it in because it's a green poison apple from Disneyland, and the green obviously becomes transparent. It's why I have one of the crystals. I have the crystal from Superman, the green one. Same color as kryptonite. Sort of bothers me, but whatever. We'll get past that. And I would love to do a joke about that on the show occasionally, but I'm a green screen fella, so I can't. I'd hold it up, you just see nothing. I don't get the joke at all. And I'd be sitting there going, "Hello, my son. Hidden in these crystals, the history of your planet Krypton." And you go like, "Cal, you're talking to a invisible ice cream cone." So I'll stop singing. I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't not. Damn it. At one point I lost my voice and it got cracky and wavy for a good long while. I was very nervous. Chat room, come here. I got very nervous for a while. I was like, what happens if my voice is wavy like this forever? And then I went, hello, new Neil Young on the block. I'm fine. How are you? So I'm not worried. Whatever my voice sounds like, believe me, I will make melodious tones out of it somehow. God damn it. Bring back Bot Reynolds. Yeah, that actually worked fairly well. I may have to, but we'll be all right. Anyway, so let's do this. Let's jump back into see what Jesse Waters. Let's see if he can polish this peace plan turd.
Fox News alert: there's fresh action in the Middle East.
Yummy.
Iran's currently shelling military bases in Kuwait and Bahrain with ballistic missiles and drones. So far, all of them have been intercepted by U.S. forces. And now U.S. Central Command's responding with self-defense strikes on Qeshm Island, right at the hook of the strait. This all started
not
earlier
at, hold
today
on,
when the
not at the
Iranians
hook of
began
the strait.
targeting commercial
Hold on. Get back here. Hold on. I've got, why is that audio in there? Stop that. Okay, hold on. Is it, I'm going to have to, do I have to remove that? It's the second one. Oh, delete. It's going to play the, I don't want you to play the sound effect when I do that. I don't want you to. Maybe if it's only on that. Hold on.
And now U.S. Central Command's responding with self-defense strikes on Keshem Island, right at the hook of the strait.
So, sorry.
This all started earlier today when the Iranians began targeting commercial vessels in the Gulf with drones. We knocked all of them down.
Oh, good for us. I'm so proud. Why should we be shocked? Never mind.
Navy also hitting back, blasting a blockade runner heading toward Karg Island. CENTCOM forces gave the ship, the Botswana-flagged MT Lexi, 24 hours to turn around.
Oh, yes, we successfully bombed another civilian ship with no means of firing back at us. Macho, macho man, yeah, baby. I've got to be a macho. I'm shooting at a boat that has no guns. All right.
She didn't. So our Hellfire missiles pierced
just like Caitlin Collins. She wouldn't smile at us, so she got both barrels.
Straight through her engine room. That's now the 6th ship disabled so far.
The Operation Tanker Disabler. I don't know. There's no way you're going to get an erection saying an operation like that.
The message is clear. If you want to test the blockade, you're going to pay. The mullahs still have some fight in them.
For repairs?
And they're also showing new signs of life. For weeks, we didn't know if the gay Ayatollah was dead, hiding in
I don't know, but he's giving you the smoky eyes, Jesse.
his cave, or just getting a facelift. But now, for Pride Month, he's coming out.
Are you confident he's still alive, by the way?
Yeah, I think there's indications that, in fact, we've not heard from him publicly. We haven't seen him publicly. And I would
Well, that's all I need.
imagine, given
kind of like Trump over the last 7 days, although we do have live-ish footage of him. And you can see why they kept him in hiding. I'll show you in a bit.
what's happened to multiple leaders in that system being very public is probably not something that's recommended for them internally. But that said,
I feel so sad for that boy. Why is it bring your son to work day on the worst day of work ever? I'm missing the dance, Pop.
I think there are indications out there that he is increasingly engaging at some level, although all of his communications have been
Which would be what?
in writing and through intermediaries.
Now that we know who we're talking to,
We don't know who we're talking to. I didn't get that from that. Neither did you.
could see a deal at any moment. But the
I'm sorry, what? What? Sorry, run that by. We could what? Now that we know who we're talking to, what? Say that again?
Now that we know who we're talking to, we could see a deal at any moment.
Or not. No. Just because we're talking to him doesn't mean the deal is happening. If anything, if he woke up from his coma and went, we agreed to what?
But the mullahs are slippery.
We are in talks, and I say talks because talks with
Are his ears getting bigger, or is it's just me?
Iran are not like talks with Switzerland, okay? They're very different. They require the use of intermediaries, unfortunately. But
You mean intermediaries? It's all right. You're just the head of the State Department. It doesn't matter.
there is the prospect before us, which could happen today, it could happen tomorrow, it could happen next week, that for the
Or not at all. I would always like to throw in that as an option.
first time, certainly in my memory, they have agreed to negotiate aspects of their nuclear program.
The Iranians have a trick that they've been using for decades, the bazaar style. They keep talking and buying themselves time
Oh, he's making a kind of an Arab reference to bartering in an outdoor market.
you can't take it anymore. Haggling's all they have left. But Trump's not getting talked into a bad deal. And if the mullahs think they can wait us out,
They're right.
might get another love tap. We're already on their doorstep. The USS Abraham Lincoln still holding the blockade, turning around 122 ships and counting. So the mullahs are looking for help.
Civilian ships, by the way, just for the record. These are, they might as well be giant rowboats.
They want Oman to enforce tolls on the strait. Trump's response? Pick a side, because everybody else already has.
There isn't a country on earth other than Iran, and maybe Oman that flirted with it, who's in favor of what Iran is doing in the Straits. The Chinese are against it. The Russians are against it.
Right, because one of them uses it to get the oil that they need, and the other one uses it to smuggle goods out of the area.
Everyone is against it. The whole world is against it. So,
Oh, and arms into the area for both.
condition number one is they have to reopen the Straits.
The Omanis are looking pretty lonely, but the Democrats, they'll keep them company.
I also think that this very ill-planned, poorly conceived war in Iran that Trump is losing is also another way of holding him accountable because everybody sees it. He can't talk his way out of it.
They also think
Right, Jesse, I don't know why you thought that would make your point. Did anybody, sorry, I thought he was setting up some like thing that Democrats have supported the Omani government, the whatever the fuck that was. Did anybody see anything even remotely? Chat room. Did anybody hear anything like remotely close to? Oh, quit it. No, quit it. That's I don't know why that plays through that. Stop playing the thingies. I don't want that. I don't want you to do that. I'm turning off the sound effects for now. Dems attack DJ Rubio. Right. I didn't hear in anything Hillary said that she was defending the Omanis. She was just pointing out the fact that Trump doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, started this without thinking it through, and he thinks he can bullshit his way through it.
I think Trump and Rubio aren't focused on negotiations. Rubio's got like, what, 8 jobs? But to them, he's just a DJ at Mar-a-Lago.
This is why I was shocked to see that you were at a party with President Trump in Miami instead of accompanying Vice President Vance to Pakistan for negotiations.
What party was I at? I was at a party?
It's publicly reported, and there's photos there.
But
In
what
fact,
party?
Steve
No,
Witkoff
but you're going to
and
say that. I'm going to
Jared
answer it. I'm going to answer
Kushner.
that
But
question
let me
because that's
finish
an
my
absurd statement. I was not at a
Let me
party.
finish my-
The mission hasn't changed.
You asshole, you just hold on. Sorry, I wasn't on the right screen. Asshole, you hold on, back up. That's the video. That's him.
He's just a DJ at Mar-a-Lago.
This is
Hold on.
I also think Trump and Rubio aren't focused on negotiations. Rubio's got like, what, 8 jobs? But to them, he's just a DJ at Mar-a-Lago.
This is why I was shocked to see that you were at a party with President Trump in Miami instead of accompanying Vice President Vance to Pakistan for negotiations.
What party was I at? I was at a party?
It's publicly reported, and there's
Jesse Waters just played the video of why. Jesse, stop helping.
photos there.
But
In
what
fact,
party?
Steve
No,
Witkoff
but
and
you're going to
Jared
say that. I'm going to
Kushner.
answer it. I'm going to answer
But
that
let me
question because
finish
that's an
my
absurd statement. I was not at a party.
The mission hasn't changed.
Nah, I just showed a video of you at that party DJing.
Reopen the strait and denuclearize the regime.
Hold on, fuckwad. Wait. How? It is. All right. Does someone in the control room currently hate Jesse Waters? That has to be what's happening, right? Like they're just setting him up with the wrong clips. I don't know how well he follows the teleprompter or how much involvement he has in it, but clearly they're just showing video next to him to make him look like even a bigger dickhead.
Nobody wants this war to drag on forever.
Citation needed.
Trump already has other excursions on his mind.
Right. He just wants war to go on forever. He gets bored easily. So he wants to move on to the next war. This war is so 5 minutes ago.
Cuba. And he's still flirting with making Canada the 51st state. So who knows what's next? John
More bullshit.
Teixeira is the former.
Okay. No, anyways. So I don't know how Jesse thinks this is helping because it clearly is not. By the way, hit the like, share the show. Patreon.com/HalSparks to support the show. Bless you guys for your support. And sorry, I've been away. Before we move on to this next one, Tony, thank you for the super sticker of the hippo character standing idle while his new and most powerful body attachments do their thing. I love the descriptions of these. It's amazing. Like the Transformers, we need the Hal Spark. Oh, that's cute. I like it. And then, oh, thank you so much. Outlive Trump, Sparks, Hal Sparks 2028. No Kings, love it. By the way, I do have something new to try out at some point during the show. Don't let me forget. That's all I'm going to say. The rest of you can just keep it in your pants. Now, so Trump did 2 interviews during his time out in the way of whatever. And then he did another video. Now, let's see if, okay, first of all, he's back to looking like hammered shit. Not that he ever doesn't, but, oh, and I'm sorry. I should have warned you ahead of time. This is going to be a very nunt-heavy show. The less nunty he is during the Miranda Devine interview, where his throat is so puffy that it looks like a bullfrog getting ready to mate. But the rest of the time, it's yeah. It looks like a sow's vagina. I love you, and I'm warning you. All right. So this is, let's see if this is a live video. It's only 2 minutes, so there's very possible he could have actually done this one live. And this is right before, I think, they did his press gaggle this afternoon. And they put it up fairly quick. So this might actually be live. Let's find out.
From the very first day I took office, our administration has waged the most...
Hold on. Back up.
From the very first day I took office, our administration...
What's up with his fingers on the desk? Are they blending into the desk? I don't want to be too AI paranoid, but...
has waged the most successful war on crime in American history. Last year, the murder rate saw the single largest decline ever recorded, falling to the lowest level in 125 years. We've reduced the fentanyl coming across...
Okay. Yeah, this was live. The fentanyl. Are you on the fentanyl right now?
125 years. We've reduced the fentanyl coming...
The fentanyl. There's no fentanyl. I don't need any fentanyl. I feel great. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm fairly certain he's on fentanyl right now.
125 years. We've reduced the fentanyl coming across our border by 60% from Washington to Memphis to New Orleans to our southern border. We are restoring law and order to America. Now we're taking our next big step to defend public safety in America.
Very slobbery today and a lot of slurping.
At my direction, the Department of Justice is beginning what we're calling the Model Cities Initiative to slash violent crime in major metropolitan areas all across our country.
I wouldn't use the word slash.
In selected cities, the Department of Justice will provide
We're going to murder, and murder robbery, and we're going to murder rape as well.
$300 million in grants to hire police officers, modernize...
Oh, we're going to hire police offices. Whole offices. Office buildings filled with police officers. What?
Will provide $300 million in grants to hire police officers,
Yes, we're going to hire police offices. Awesome.
Modernize equipment, provide training, and improve law enforcement. This historic funding will go to confronting substance abuse, preventing youth crime, and combating repeat offenders.
Combating repeat offenders. How? You mean keeping them locked up, I guess, so that they can't repeat offend? Or just throwing them in jail if they do, which I think would be the legally justified. Okay.
In short, we're committed to making historic investments in improving the quality of life of
Jesus Christ. I have a lozenge in my mouth and I don't have that much saliva.
City residents nationwide. For the next 90 days, any city or local government representing a population of more than 100,000 people.
Oh, so the small towns, go fuck yourself. Murder away.
Can apply to take part in this exciting new program. It's
Oh, really? Can they apply? What, is it a big process? Is there a talent section? How about a bathing suit?
amazing.
It's going to be so amazing. What is? Sorry?
can apply to take part in this exciting new program. It's amazing.
Even before it started, and anyone knows what it is, it's amazing. Jesus Christ. I haven't heard that much saliva noise since they came at me at the dentist with one of those suction straws.
Tell your local representatives to apply now by going to www.justice.gov/grants. With your help, we will put more police on our streets, and we will put dangerous criminals behind bars where they belong, and we want to keep them there.
Yeah, right. We gotta believe that you said it in the thing.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good time. You're amazing people.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. It is true. It is true. I am amazing people. Just still has a hell of a time with the sign off.
And we want to keep them there. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good time. You're amazing people.
Have a good time with our slashing violent crime in your cities. Have a good time applying for a grant from the federal government. Oh, I just chubbed a little. Did anybody else chub a little at the idea of calling my representative to apply for a grant by going to www.justice.gov/ very important. You don't want to do / grants.
People.
It's amazing. So, and he does the blueprint White House to remind you that he's a builder. That's wonderful. Jesus Christ. Okay, so he did the Miranda. Okay, let's go to. I'm going to go piece by piece in this one. This is the. Where is this? Picture in picture. I don't want to go full screen. Screw that. This is. I'm gonna blow this up or something. I don't know. It's weird. The framing on Vimeo is odd. Why is it on Vimeo? Well, guess we'll find out. So this is the interview he did with Lara Trump. We're just going to do a piece of these because the important part is what he sat down to today. I'm just going to show you that while he was getting more than likely chemo over the last couple of days, they gave him a shot of steroids after he got his treatment, which they often will do if you're getting chemo, and it makes you talkative. So it's a good time to do sit-down interviews at the White House. And then you can go right back to bed. Okay. So this is him with Lara Trump.
Okay, well, Mr. President, thank you for welcoming us back here to the White House.
Thank you.
One of the things that I think everybody wants to talk about with you is Iran. Obviously, I know it's top of mind.
Like a bunch of assholes.
For you. You have actually said you either want a good deal or no deal at all.
Right.
Such a bold and courageous statement. I either want a good deal or it's okay.
With Iran. So what does a good deal look like for you?
Okay, what does a good deal look like for you? Now we know that they have said they're keeping their nuclear enriched material. They're not giving it up. It's sacred. So obviously that's right out. So without that, what is your idea of a good deal?
Well, first of all, there's no deal that's good enough because the media will cover it. We're making a great deal. We're going to make it a great deal. Or we'll just go back and finish it off militarily.
Which, by the way, is not deal making. It's just threats.
But this would go faster. It's probably better on a humane standpoint. There's something nice about it also. Save a lot of lives, whether it's the other side or not.
By not killing them?
You save a lot of lives. But we're close to a very good deal, and if we can make it good, otherwise we just start up with the Department of War, as we call it. And it's been very successful. You saw Venezuela. It was a one-day win, and this is really a win already. We've defeated.
It was a kidnapping. We didn't.
Their military, essentially defeated their military.
All right. What would be a good deal, though?
I would rather get a deal because we can open.
Yeah, what would be? Yeah, understood. Yeah, deal in air quotes. Sure. What would be in that deal that would make it an actual deal? A deal. What? Not whether you want one or not. It seems asked and answered. What would be your version? What's a good deal? What would be in said good deal?
Can open the strait immediately upon signing.
Okay, after the deal is signed, other stuff will happen. That's not part of the deal, but okay.
The one guarantee that I have to have is that there will be no nuclear weapons. They've agreed to that.
No, they have not. As a matter of fact, they've told you to go pound sand.
And it was very interesting. They originally said, we will not develop a nuclear weapon. I said, well, what happens if you buy a nuclear weapon? So now it says we will not develop
What about leasing with an option to buy?
or in any way purchase a military weapon. That's a
You can't, it says they can't purchase a military weapon. What about the parts to a military weapon that they're not developing, that they just assemble? Like, what if, play with me for a second. Let's say IKEA sold nukes and
That's a big difference. So we're getting what we want slowly. Very tough negotiators. It takes a long time. I'm in no hurry. I'd like to say I'm in a hurry because, gasoline prices are going to come tumbling down. But
tough.
if you're going to be in a hurry, you're not going to make a good deal. And slowly but surely, we're getting, I think, what we want. And if we don't get what we want, we're going to end it a different way.
So that's interesting because I think
It is interesting. What was interesting? The fact that there were incomplete ideas and incomplete sentences.
everyone has acknowledged that the United States has been in a defensive position against Iran. They've been aggressive.
No, we have no one has acknowledged that. No, not at all. We attacked them. You could call it a preemptive attack, but nobody was saying we attacked in self-defense.
To some extent, and we've been.
Sorry, they have or we have? What the fuck?
So that's interesting because I think everyone has acknowledged that the United States has been in a defensive position against Iran. They've been aggressive to some extent, and we've been defensive. Is there a line that they would cross for you to go on the offensive again militarily?
Well, a deal that wasn't going to be good for us is the line, ultimately, because, I'm playing it out, and we're going to see, and that's what I do. I negotiate. They negotiate. They're very good negotiators. They're crafty.
Crafty? Why? Because they can craft. You mean the Lego videos or just them telling you to kiss their ass?
But in the end, we have all the cards because we've defeated them militarily. Look, they have no Navy. Every ship, they have 159 ships. Every one of them are at the bottom of the sea.
Okay. They still have fast boats. That's all they need to drop mines in the Strait of Hormuz. Game, set, match. Dipshit.
Every single one. We take pictures of them. We have
Well, that's adorable.
people going down taking pictures of hundreds of ships. Their Navy is totally gone, 100%. Their Air Force is totally gone, 100%.
No, it isn't. Half, if not more of it, is parked in Pakistan.
Their military, we've sort of left it alone because we think that their military is somewhat moderate. They have
You what? Sorry, hold on. So you blew up the planes and the ships, but the military is moderate. The Iranian. All right, some maggots got to explain this to me. The Iranian military, the IRGC, I presume he's talking about, is moderate, and so they're leaving the military intact. Why? Because you can't sink tanks.
military is somewhat moderate. They have other people that aren't moderate. We've taken them out. We've taken different forms of leadership out. We've actually left their military alone. People would be surprised to hear that.
Yes, I would be very surprised to hear that, because what the fuck are you talking about? No, that isn't a thing. We have not left their What?
Because mistakes have been made in wars where you wipe out everybody and then you have a country that's, for 40 years can never rebuild.
Sorry. What are you all right, what are you talking about? What is that? What do you mean? What 40-year rebuild are you talking where we destroyed the entire government or the entire military? Also, why do you need the military to rebuild a civilian infrastructure? What? All right. I think he's mixing up the military and the civilian energy sites that he was going to bomb. Fuck me. Right? That's got to be what he's talking about. It's the only thing it's the only mistake that makes sense.
You look at what happened with Iraq. We did so bad. That was such a foolish thing, what we did.
Yeah, but Iraq's got a functioning government now, and we're not at war with them. What I think what he meant is they killed and scattered all the leadership and ISIS moved in? Is that where he's going? This is tough.
Shouldn't have been there in the first place, by the way.
You said we should go when you were on Howard Stern. You wouldn't have done it, but you have to, which is, again, the coward's way of inferring you would do the exact same thing.
And shouldn't have been in Iran. But Iran has the capability. If we didn't hit them with the B-2 bombers 9
Sorry, we shouldn't have been in Iran, but
months ago, they would
you went in.
have a nuclear weapon right now, and it would be a whole different story. Probably would have used it. You probably wouldn't have had you wouldn't have had Israel, but you probably wouldn't have had a Middle East. And then
How big does he think this nuke is?
where do they go from there? And you get to
Now that all of the children are growing up.
see that when we went back, they had missiles aimed at Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Kuwait, Bahrain. They all got hit. And we were surprised. I was surprised. Actually, I viewed it as a positive because
We have bases there, shithead.
all those people came immediately to our side. They got hit. Now, they could have taken another view. They could have said, well, we want no part of it. Not that they like it, but they came to our side. And Iran is in a very
Did they have a choice?
bad position. They have no military. All they have is good talk, and they have a fake press. You know,
Well, sorry. You just said you left their military alone.
the fake
Sorry, hold on. Back the fuck up.
to our side. And Iran is in a very bad position. They have no military.
He just said we'd be surprised to find out that we didn't hit their military.
All they have is good talk, and they have a fake press. You know, the fake news is probably their biggest asset. And I put something out on Truth the other day that I think was very profound.
I'm sure you thought so.
It said that we wipe out their military, we wipe out their Navy, their Air Force, their anti-aircraft, we wipe out everything, we wipe out their leadership, and then we wipe out their leadership a second time. And then at 2.5 times, we're dealing with the other half. And by the way, they're much more reasonable, and you could say that's regime change. But I said, so
No, you couldn't. It's still the same regime. They've got another Ayatollah. I guess he's the half. What are you talking about?
they would then raise the white flag of surrender. We give up to the great American military, the most powerful military. We give up, we give up, we give up. The New York Times would say, Iran has fought bravely and has defeated the United States of America.
All right, fuck you, dude. This is the whole, like, if I could cure cancer and they'd still be mad at me. Not for curing cancer. Also, you're not going to cure cancer. Secondly, same thing here. Yeah, Iran is not going to say that. They're specifically right now actively not saying that. And the New York Times is reporting that, and therefore you think that they're just being mean to you. Truly a wartime president.
Of America. I mean, the coverage is so bad. You have a big win in a battle, and they say you lost. You knock out their entire Navy, and they say their Navy's doing fantastically.
Yeah, that's not what they say.
No, it was defeated, totally defeated. And
Yeah, there are no reports that the Iranian Navy is making a comeback. They're just pointing out the fact that the small boats are all they need to lay sea mines, which is enough to shut the Strait of Hormuz. You tit.
they said, it's just a terrible thing for our country. And, you know, to really be great, you need a fair media. And we don't have a fair media. I mean, that's all they can do is lie.
Well, that's
they
the
have
Democrats.
No policy.
They have nothing to
Well, they're
go on.
They're Democrats,
Yeah.
okay? They have
Well,
no
and-
policy. We have a new name for them, you know, Democrats.
Yes, it's brilliant. Yes,
I call them, I will always call them until they straighten up Democrats because
ouch. I don't know how we're going to take it, but we'll all, if we can all huddle together by the fire and weep softly and just get it out, then eventually one day we'll recover from being called Democrats by an 80-year-old man
they want
who is about to go into his 81st year, because that's how time works.
women to be put in danger by having men playing women's sports. Think of it.
Oh.
They want the trans.
This is the whole thing, think of it thing that he does, which is, I don't want to talk about my fuck ups. So I'm going to yank out some culture war shit and try to jumpstart this bullshit conversation on the terms that he wants to set. That's not going to happen. It just isn't. I have too much respect for trans people to even entertain this dipshit's argument.
Transgender mutilization of your children. They want open borders. We want open borders. They want high taxes. You know, they voted against the tax cuts. They voted against no taxes on tips. They voted against no taxes on Social Security. They voted against no taxes on overtime. These have been so important. But the Democrats voted against all of that. But we call them Democrats, and it works out well because I take the word dumb,
Oh, fuck me. Replace the E with a U, I'm guessing, and leave the B off because you just found out the word dumb has a B on the end.
the B off because most people don't know that, you know, dumb ends with a B. But most
Only dumb people don't know that dumb ends in a B. Also, only dumb people would bring that up as a point of pride.
But most people don't know. And all I do is I switch the E with a U. And you have
Oh, that's how you spell it. I thought that, you know, you were just mispronouncing the E.
a Democrat. And I came up with that by watching Hakeem Jeffries, because he's a dumb person. And I said, he's really dumb. I said, wait a minute, he's a Democrat. So I think it worked.
Genius. Were you eating your boogers at the time right before recess ended?
I don't know that it's going to be as good as Pocahontas or fake news or so many of the others that we've come up with. But
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, I'm going to just call them Democrats because I don't understand how they can be so stupid.
I'd imagine if you could have timed things perfectly, having a conflict just in front of the midterm elections at a time like this isn't ideal. You acknowledge
It was a war of choice. He did.
the high gas prices. You have consistently been willing to do the hard things, the things that your predecessor said should have been done, but they didn't have the guts to do them.
Also, citation needed nonsense.
You have taken them on, and Iran is a great example of that.
Well, you have a problem, you know, a structural problem because
Also, is she 6'7" or is he shrinking before our very eyes? I feel like I'm watching Peter Jackson's is directing this interview. This looks like a scene where a hobbit is talking to an elf.
you have the midterms, you have the elections. Well, that's going to go on for hundreds of years, every 2 years. So you have really a very small window. So if you wanted to play that game, then you would wait till the midterms are over, and then the following hour, you'll attack Iran because they cannot have a nuclear weapon. Most people agree with me on that. But then it gets maybe carried into, you know, the next election. Where
No, Mr. This is going to be over in 2 weeks. Now, 30 days. It's only been a month. It's only been 8 weeks. We're now 3 months. If it was going to end quickly, like your initial lie, you were telling everybody, so clearly he knew this was going to go on forever. Sorry, so you expect this shit to go on for at least 2 years?
whether it's a midterm or not. So you have a very short window for doing anything having to do with war. But I don't view that window. I view it, I have to do what's right. When I attacked Venezuela, it was really, I was hit hard. Now, I did that because of what they've done to our country in terms of sending prisoners in and drugs in and all the other stuff.
So you left the entire government of the country, except for the single leader in charge of it, even though they were. So you think he did this alone? So Venezuela didn't do shit to us. Maduro by himself did this.
You know, we have drugs down 97%, fentanyl and various drugs down 97% on drugs coming in by water. Now,
By water. I think he means by sea, through the oceans, as it were, the Gulf of Mexico, that kind of area, as opposed to via rain gutters or something.
now we're starting the land, and it's going to be it's actually easier. The land is much easier. You know, the drug boats that are, for the most part, no longer with us. In fact, the 3%, we're trying to figure out who would do that. I mean,
That would be people who are forced to do these shipments while their families are held hostage. And if they don't make it, their family dies. So the cartels hold people hostage, and they're not, to quote you, they're not sending their best.
They obviously don't watch television or don't watch the news. But that was very unpopular. As soon as I won, it became unbelievably popular.
No, it didn't.
Well, we're winning Iran. It's a total win for us. I mean, we had to do it. Look, two things with it. Number one, the Strait has to be opened immediately and has to be free, no tolls, et cetera, et cetera. And number two is they can't have a nuclear weapon.
See, I thought that was number one.
That's all there is. It's very simple. And then we're going to get out of there. And we don't need the Strait. You know, we don't need it because we have more. So we produce now, because of us, we produce more oil than Saudi Arabia and Russia combined.
Actually, because of the shale oil revolution that started under Obama, the amount of drilling and production in the United States has gone up measurably since then, and on a very obvious trajectory that he had, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Fuck all to do with.
Times two.
This asshole doesn't think we're drill baby drilling like months ago, does he?
Think of that. We'd double what they did. Add Saudi Arabia and Russia, multiply it times two, and we're going to be much higher. We're the oil.
Also, no, we aren't. Russia and Saudi Arabia produce about 11 million barrels of oil. We produce 13.5. What he means is oil and gas combined. Saudi Arabia isn't known for its natural gas. It has some, but not a major amount. And most of what Russia has been doing is selling oil because it's easier to ship, and obviously their pipelines are a dead end. So the production and what they're actually selling is very low. Also, it doesn't account for anything that is sold under the table to China.
Superpower, far greater than even Saudi Arabia, even Russia. But you add them up. These are two big monsters. You add them up, and we double it.
No, we don't. The idea is that if you count all the oil and gas together, it's about 20 million barrels a day. Let's say is your metric, about 21, and they each produce about 11. If you put them together, we equal them together. Is the idea of just oil? If you include our oil, gas, kerosene, coal, everything we produce, all energy combined, all transportable energy sources combined, then we're both of them put together. If you don't include the stuff they sell under the table to China.
We have a great country. We've had tremendous success. We have done things that are unbelievable. And I have tremendous support from Republicans. I mean, I never get support from Democrats. They won't.
Yeah, we try not to back, Jeffrey Epstein's wingman if we have a choice.
It's a different world than it was. It used to be they'd get together, they'd have lunch, they'd fight a little bit, they'd have bipartisan. I'm not sure that's possible because everything's so different. I want closed borders. I want people coming in legally. They want open borders. They want every criminal in the world to pour into our country.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's not actually true. I know, it's crazy.
25 million people, many of whom were criminals. 11,888 were.
That's his new number, by the way. He's been saying that one a bunch in a lot of these interviews, the same number over and over again. This is also a decades-long number for undocumented immigrants who have committed crimes for decades who are currently in American prisons. 11,888 out of, a few million. Also, let's just take him at his word. So 25 to 35 million more illegal immigrants came in, the vast majority from insane asylums and jails and prisons, and only 11,888 of them are murderers. I'm not used to him talking up undocumented immigrants so much. They seem, by and large, a very peaceful people. I think on par, if not better than the average large find a city or an area of 35 million people in the United States with those kind of numbers.
8 were murderers. Most of them committed more than one murder. I don't want them in our country. I'm sorry. And, so there are things like transgender mutilization of your children.
Mutilization is not a word also. It's mutilation. Mutilation is the word. Someone gets mutilated. Nobody gets mutilizated.
They want that. They want men to play in women's sports. They want all these things. So I don't know. People say, can you ever get together? I don't know. I mean, the policies are so different. I want borders. They don't want borders. They want to get rid of, your Second Amendment. I have to protect the Second Amendment, and I have protected it. But
But with that whole like, take the guns and do due process after. Yeah. I mean, just a champion.
we've done a lot. We've done really a lot. And more people are working in the United States right now than at any time ever before. We have
Well, gas is
more
expensive.
people working. We have $18 trillion, as you've heard many times. I say it all the time now. I haven't
Yeah, it's not true, but you do say it a lot.
included the 12th month, but for 11 months, we have 18 trillion with a T, coming into our country. Biden in 4 years had less.
Yeah, I understand. Very few people say brilliant. It's one of the things like million and billion. You might have to clarify because it's the first letter, but trillion. You might want to say with a TR.
A lot less than 1 trillion. And I will say this, if they won this election, I don't think we'd have a country anymore.
Yeah, we've heard that. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's jump over to Miranda Devine, by the way. Hit the like, share the show. It's House Sparks Mega Worldwide, etc., etc., etc. Venmo is a great way to support the show. Thank you for the super chats, you guys. Happy Pride also. And I'm not just saying that to, allies and friends of the LGBT community, but also I mean this sincerely to Candace Owens' husband and JD Vance. All right. I'm kidding. He's not gay unless the couch is, I guess, maybe.
Couch humping, jumping, feel the beat, take it higher, can't retreat.
All right.
Feel the
That's
rhythm.
wrong. That's so wrong. Stop it. All right. Now, he goes in and gets interviewed by Miranda Devine, who wrote the piss poor book about Hunter Biden's laptop that sold a bunch because I think the Heritage Foundation bought a bunch of them, but never really did anything. You'll notice the alleged laptop is supposedly, right, maggots? It's in the FBI's vault somewhere, right? And it's got all this incriminating shit on it, right? Why aren't they going after him? I'm sure there's some state crimes they could pass it along, right? Is that where you're going? By the way, a video of someone smoking crack is not evidence because you'd need any first-year law student could go, can you prove that was crack? Yeah, it's a crack pipe. Can you smoke anything else in a crack pipe? Sure. Did he say at one point he tried to smoke Parmesan cheese? Yes. How do you know he's not smoking Parmesan cheese in that video? I don't. Okay, thank you. No further questions. That's how it works. All right, now, this is Miranda Devine.
There wouldn't be any bullshit.
Oh yeah, the opening was this. This is where he's got his weird flabby black eye situation going on, which is gross. But also, he's very slurry in this one as well. And he swears obviously, but whatever. He thinks it makes him cool, the same way he thinks Democrat is a genius invention.
There wouldn't be any talk.
He's also got a full diaper. You'll see as he's sitting for.
There wouldn't be any delays. But I'd rather do it the nice way. Iran's a big success. Where do you see it? At some point, there's
Iran's a big success. Wait till you see it. Well, we're waiting.
Bibi, we got to stop this.
I said to Bibi, we got to stop this. You also call them fucking crazy, I think, is the idea.
Thank you, Mr. President, for joining Podforce One again. We're in the Roosevelt room. Teddy Roosevelt's portrait is above your head.
Right.
Tell me, is he one of your favorite presidents, and why?
Well, he was a
Also, Jesus Christ, what's with your dump truck right now? Is your diaper completely full?
good one. Had a lot of energy, loved the outdoors. He was very good for the parks.
Also, who did your makeup? Because they missed all of this. Who gets a tan like that? What is happening here? Why is it just a two-tone Fender style that he's going for?
The national parks and lots of other things. He was a very good president. Now, he inherited a lot of money for the country because of tariffs. You know, we had William McKinley, who made the country very rich. And as you know, he left office unexpectedly. You know how he left office, right? He was assassinated. And
Why are you smiling?
Roosevelt also was shot.
he was shot too, hit him hard in a wallet,
Yes.
right by his heart. And then he wanted to finish the speech, and maybe he did finish the speech, yeah. So he was, but he was
Maybe.
a very good
And
president.
he staged fights in the White House lawn,
He
just
did?
like you,
He did,
UFC.
Did you get a
No, he didn't actually. He actually boxed in those fights.
copy of the, did you see what's being built?
I
outside?
have, yes. It's
Do you
wonderful.
have shots of it?
We will. Yeah.
You have to. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
It is.
It's ridiculous.
Hey, what's happening? The UFC is having a big fight on June 14th, and it's going to be a great event. Everybody wants to come. It's going to
Teddy
be
No, they don't. That's why you're having to recruit like 4,000 military men to sit in the audience as seat fillers.
Roosevelt actually fought himself. Are you planning to get into the
wow.
cage?
We'll have to think about that. That
Really?
sounds like not a good idea.
I don't think the First Lady.
Also, his hands are really swollen. I'm sorry. Okay. And by the way, in case you're just joining us, it gets pretty nutty past this point. I'm just letting you know. Also, you can't unsee this once I show it to you. But he looks like Chris from Family Guy.
He would be thrilled. Or the Secret Service.
It'll be very exciting. June 14th.
And you're flying out to the G7 that night.
Right after that, I leave for the G7.
Wow.
So I'm an
Really? Where'd you hear that? From her?
active president,
You are.
as opposed to some of our other presidents.
How are you going? Because
What are you talking about? Biden went back and forth to Europe like 7 times before the debate. That's what people were saying. Like, dude, anybody'd be jet lagged and fucked up after a schedule like that. He was trying to stop the Gaza war.
there's an enormous amount of stress on you since the last time I talked to you.
Yeah.
You have every problem in the world weighing down on you, and you've
Which is probably explains his breath right now.
been very active with Maduro, with Iran, trying to sort Ukraine out, the economy,
And by active, she means falling asleep in the Situation Room.
energy. How are you managing to bear all of that?
Well, one thing is working out well. You know, Venezuela was a big success. Iran's a big success. What do you see? I mean, that'll be a very big success.
It will be eventually. Kind of like the phone call that ended the Ukraine war.
Already, we've essentially defeated the military. We'll see what
Essentially.
happens. We're working on a deal, and
He just told Laura Trump, by the way, that he both left the military alone, you'd be surprised, and wiped it out. Now it's kind of, he's like in the middle.
that happens fine. If it doesn't happen, that's okay too. We'll do it the other way. But the economy is unbelievable. We just hit another stock market high today, all-time high, with 71 times.
Yeah, because you came into office when a new industry was literally added on top of everything, namely AI.
In the short period that I've been here for the second term,
Yeah, you had no part in it whatsoever.
71 times we've been at a new high. And whether we like it or not, that is a big indicator of where we got people, 401ks are all high. They're all setting records.
What about people
Well-
who don't have 401ks and they're worried
Miranda, watch it. Don't bring that up. People who don't have 401ks. You think he gives a shit about people who don't have 401ks?
about gas or groceries? We hear
Well,
about
see,
that
I
a lot.
inherited very high prices when I came in. I inherited the highest inflation in the
No, you didn't. The 9% inflation was in the second year of Biden due to the entire world waking up from COVID.
history of our country. You know, Biden had like 10% inflation.
No, he didn't.
And I inherited that. And
No, you didn't. It was not 9 or 10% when you came into office. Dipshit.
we have it way down. And then I said, I
No, you don't.
did have to say we have to do something about Iran because regardless of
If you had it way down, why didn't the Fed, the entire board, not just too late Powell, just go ahead and lower interest rates? Oh, right, because you didn't.
how well we're doing, we can't let them have a nuclear weapon. And we,
So everybody's asking, by the way, why his right eye is swollen. Both eyes are swollen. This one is just lit in a way you can tell. If you'll notice, the lighting is done, for the room like a TV studio from the outside, right? There aren't that many lights on the other side, except maybe the one over top of his head behind, which they do the overhead one. His other eye is just as swollen, It's just a little, it's not as sharp in contrast because of the lighting.
They've already agreed they're not going to have a nuclear weapon.
Have they?
Oh, yeah, they've agreed
No, they have not.
to that. I mean, now they can change their mind, but that was
Well, then they haven't agreed to it.
one of the things they had to agree. They've agreed to that. That was the big thing.
How do you know the people you're talking to there are actually the people making the
Miranda, don't ask. Oh, God. Who is this woman and why is she wearing Miranda Divine skin?
decisions?
So we had various levels of people, and the first set is gone, the second set is gone, part of the third set is gone, and the people we're dealing with, we know they're the people that are leading the country right now.
How?
Is it the gay Ayatollah?
He's involved, absolutely. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think they have a lot of respect for him.
So
No, they don't. Also, what are you talking about? No, he isn't.
is he's compos mentis? He's not sick in hospital in a coma as we
Yeah, he doesn't know what corpus mentis means.
Well,
told?
I don't know. I haven't had the privilege of meeting him,
right.
but I'm not hearing he's doing great. You're doing better.
Right.
That way.
The fuck does that mean? Yeah, she didn't have a building dropped on her by the IDF.
It's not, if you believe the stories,
Yet.
is, missing a lot of different parts.
So who's making
What parts would those be? Is his deal making part of his spleen still intact?
the decisions?
Well, they say he is giving approval because that's the way it
Who does? That's kind of the point. Who says he's giving approval?
has been for a long, long time. His father and then him. I guess it's a succession. But
You guess? You killed his dad, dummy.
we seem to be getting along quite well.
According to who?
Would you like to meet him or meet any of the Iranians in person?
I've never thought of it, actually. It's a very good question. I'll think of it. Yeah, I'd like to meet him. I like to meet everybody. I'd like to meet him. We probably will meet at some point, depending on how it all works out.
No, you won't.
And how do you see the economy
What the fuck? You going to invite him to Camp David like the Taliban?
Iran by, say, Labor Day, September 7? Where's our country going to be?
I think we're going to be in very good shape. We're in good shape right now. We have the blockade.
Oh, so we'll be in the same place we are right now, except more of this.
Which is amazing. Our Navy is great. Our military. We have the strongest military in the world. I built the military on my first term.
This is so insane. Like at this point, like it used to be kind of like euphemistically, he spoke of building it in but I think he actually believes like the military started under him.
And I'm using it during my second term. I didn't think I'd be using it this much, but we had a big
How much did you think you were going to be using it, Mr. We're the Peace Ticket?
success in Venezuela. That was over in one day. We have a great relationship with the people in Venezuela.
You mean the current government that's still in league with the cartels? Cool story, bro.
The oil companies are moving in now with us, and that's been tremendous. That's been a tremendous success. Even
So they're moving in now, and it's already been a great success. What exactly are they doing?
from the economic standpoint, the oil standpoint,
Oh, I see, because of the oil standpoint. Sure.
but that was essentially much less than a one-day war and a great.
Here's what I want to know is, why would you stop putting makeup on here? Do you just take a spray tan thing and just do like that and go, looks awesome? And then anybody who goes, hey, boss, you missed a spot, you just fire them? What is that? What is this whole area right here? What is this? What's the ear and this whole area? I mean, it's the same on the other side of his head, obviously. But why is it like it's like he slammed his face in a bowl of Cheeto diarrhea.
Great success, and we're having a very great success in Iran militarily.
Great success, I like.
So you think the blockade will still be in place by Labor Day?
I don't know. I mean, I think it could be, but I think it's unlikely. I think that we'll have it. I think this will resolve itself fairly quickly.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you don't have to do anything. It'll just resolve itself. I see. The strait will unblock itself. Maybe it just needs more fiber.
The media is almost universally saying, Iran's got you in a corner, that the Hormuz Strait is a big problem. That's their trump card. What do you say to that?
Well, they know that It's fake news, just fake news. And
No, it isn't.
most people, I mean, the professionals, the ones that aren't just jaded and sick, they're mentally ill or Trump derangement syndrome. Let's put it this way. Iran has
The professionals, you mean the people you have around you kissing your ass?
no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have very few soldiers. They have no leadership. The leadership, the original leadership is wiped out. And as I said, the second leadership is wiped out. Some of the third leadership is wiped out. Their economy is crashing. They have 250% inflation. They have everything that you
And they still haven't quit.
can have that's bad. They have. And then if you read the New York Times, you think they're doing fantastically. It's amazing.
No, I don't. I don't think the New York Times is saying they're doing fantastically. I think it's more to the point that they, in spite of the losses that they have had, they don't give a shit.
Now, our country, on the other hand, has the best stock market we've ever had.
Yeah, so shut up about gas, will you?
We have, with the exception of the oil for a short period of time because of the war. Other than that, we have very little inflation. The country is doing fantastically.
Inflation is going up.
We're leading the world. We have $18 trillion being invested in the country in just
Bullshit.
11 months, whereas
Nonsense. Just nonsense. We do not have $18 trillion being invested in the country in 11 months.
the past administration, Sleepy Joe, had less than $1 trillion, and we
You mean actual money?
have $18 trillion, which is a record for any country anywhere in the world.
Really? We have $18 trillion worth of investment, but we can't afford daycare because we have to pay for military. We need all 18 trillion of that for military. Okay.
Record was $3 trillion, and we have 18 coming into our country. That's 11 months.
And
not
when
12.
will that be felt by people?
It's being felt
Yeah. When will they be? It's being felt right now.
in
now.
gas prices,
Well, you see
right.
it in construction jobs because
Right.
factories are being built all over the country, auto plants,
No, not at all.
being built. We have more auto plants under construction now than we had during our prime,
Nonsense.
And
in
that
terms
was
of prime automobile.
Yeah, I understood. Not when you were considering AIDS to be your Vietnam.
in your first term. That was, I think, one of the hallmarks was that people's wages, especially working people's wages, were rising
Yeah.
much faster than inflation. Do you see
That's
that?
happening now.
That right?
Oh, we don't have very much inflation. Look, if you
Yeah, we do.
take away just the price of gasoline,
Oh, is that easy? You just do that? You just take away the price of gasoline?
the energy, we have very little inflation. We're doing very well other than this. So, but that's a big puller.
It is a big puller. I agree. It's a big tugger.
Energy and gasoline and all. That's a big factor. In
People feel it.
Oh, factor is the word. I understand. Sometimes you're trying to think of the word tractor or factor, and you think tractor rhymes with tractor, puller. It's a puller.
So it's a very important thing item. That'll
It is an important thing item.
start coming down very rapidly as soon as this ends. When it ends, but what we
When would that be? I think is part of our question.
will have a situation where Iran will not have a nuclear weapon.
Yes.
And that's really more important than all of it. We want low gasoline. I had it down to $1.85 a gallon.
No, you didn't.
Think of it, $1.85 in Iowa. I was in Iowa just before the war started, and I had it down to $1.85 a gallon
Oh, you shaved 4 cents off just talking about it.
in various parts of the country. And it'll be back there again at some point in the probably not too distant future. I think as
Yeah, sometime in the next decade.
soon as it ends, it's going to come. It's already, by the way, it's already way down. You know
No, it isn't.
that. I mean, I saw
It's still up.
it the other day. It's $98 a barrel.
Yeah.
So everyone said it was going to be
Yeah, 98 is not way down from 102.
$300-400 a barrel. It's 90.
Whoa, I'm sorry. How much was it going to be? I remember it going to be 150, 200. Now it's what?
It's $98 a barrel.
Yeah.
So everyone said it was going to be $300-400 a barrel. It's
You know, as he just stretches out what people said it was going to be to make where it is look less bad.
$98
I don't think that's working.
a barrel.
And
But that's not a big price to pay if you look at the possibility of them having a nuclear weapon. It's not a very big price
That's right. What price, ladies and gentlemen, what price would you pay to not experience Armageddon? Give us your children.
to pay.
And are your tactics where you say something and then change it and then do a peace deal and then break the ceasefire or whatever, is that all about trying to keep the Iranians off balance? Are you sort of messaging to them?
Oh, wait, is there a plan here? Or do you just sound crazy?
No. I don't
Because
think so.
people at home sometimes I
They
hear
get
that they feel
confused.
anxious and confused. Yeah.
Sometimes people get confused. I have a toothpick in my mouth. It's one of those like mint ones. It just helps my throat a little bit. That's apologies. I'm doing everything I can
It's good.
to be able to keep
It's
talking.
Good. If they're confused and the
It's good if the American people are confused.
Iranians are confused. too.
Right.
But no, it's just the way I am. It changes. I mean, I could leave here, I could give you an answer, and then in 20
Yes.
minutes go into the Oval Office and say, how are things going? And I realize my answer is now incorrect, okay? I could come back and say, Miranda, do me a favor, let's change it.
No. Hey, asshole, no. She's saying that every time you start something and you break it, not them changing what they're saying. According to you, they've wanted to make a deal and they've already agreed to everything for fucking weeks. So everybody's confused as to why you keep changing. If they've already agreed to it, fuck are you waiting for?
Change the old answer because it's incorrect. But I think it
Is that part of the art
no,
of the
it
deal?
changes. No,
He hasn't even read the book. He didn't write it, stupid.
it changes. You know, the facts change. And this thing, and some things quick. This is rapidly changing. We've dealt with Iran for 47 years. And, you know,
Yeah, you guys, hey, maggots, you guys remember when he ran last time on finally dealing with Iran? We need to go to war with Iran to settle this once and for all. Remember when he said that? Where was that? Was that before or after Butler?
they've killed many of our people, and they killed many people all over the world. The state
Yeah, that's always been true. So why didn't you run on it?
sponsor of terror, number one in the world. And
By the way, hit the like, share the show, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And by the way, if you're a maggot and you're watching, I want to thank you for, please give a thumbs down to the show because the algorithm doesn't care whether you like me or not. It just likes the interaction. And feel free to write things. Just stay away from racial and anti-gay and, misogynistic epithets. That's all. Use your big kid words.
it's rapidly
Like dumbocrat.
evolving, and it's evolving good. It's going to be very good.
By the way, every time someone says Democrat, one of his heart cells dies. I don't know if you know that. No pressure, but that's just what happens. That's why he doesn't say it very often. He kind of saves it up.
They're not going to have a nuclear weapon. Lots of other good things are going to happen. And we're going to have something that I say we did a little excursion down to the beautiful country of Iran, or as they say, the Islamic Republic of Iran. And we did that little excursion,
As they say.
knowing that, hey, I just hit the highest stock market price in history.
Let's go bomb something.
Had very little inflation.
Just celebrate. Man, you guys better watch out when I hit 1 million subscribers. I'm going to have like just a giant dynamite plunger.
And I said, gentlemen and ladies, we're going to now have to make an excursion now because we can't let them have a nuclear weapon. And that's what we've
Do
done.
you wish you
And
waited
as soon as
until
we
after the midterms?
I could
Yeah, Lara asked that question too. No.
have, but no, because this is too important.
Sorry, why? You obliterated their entire nuclear program last year. Why couldn't this wait? For real.
If I did that, they would have had a nuclear.
Oh, wait, I know. Sorry, I forgot because it's all bullshit, right? That was my mistake. I should have remembered that. I beg your pardon. Where is it? The two most important clips, and of course, this is always a big one.
That was just bullshit, Joel.
Right.
Nuclear weapon. So they would have had a nuclear weapon 2 weeks after the B-2 bombers struck. So if I did that, they would have had a nuclear weapon. It would be
Right, but they obviously the obliteration should have set them back at least 8 months.
wonderful to say, oh, let's wait till after November. But no, this is too important.
Has it set you back, you think, in terms of how Republicans will do in the midterms?
Well, I don't know. I mean, everybody I endorse wins.
Those are primaries, dipshit.
I mean, everybody. You saw that, right, last week? Every single person.
Yeah, that's by and large because Republican voters have even told you to go pound sand. They're not voting in the primaries. They don't give a fuck anymore. They're not going to vote this fall either. So, of course, your guys are running away with it.
So I don't know about that.
The turnout is shit in Republican districts, for the record.
But again, there's a very important moment in history. We can't let this happen. What was going on? 47.
Yeah, you can't let an opportunity to bomb a country that you already bombed go to waste. Come on.
7 years. This should have been done for 47 years. This should have been.
Yes, I remember when you said that on the campaign trail, when you were like, peace president, no more forever wars, no more regime change, except, well.
For a lot of presidents and other people, other countries should have done this.
Remember,
This has got an ad or something. Beg your pardon. Yeah, this is fun. Let's see. And the Ford. Yeah, she's selling mattress pads or some shit. There you go. Back to here.
Prime Minister of Israel, in which you were angry with him. You said, "Are you effing crazy? What are you effing doing?"
Is the fake news true? You know that fake news organization that reported that said that you asked him if he was fucking crazy. Was that fake news?
It helped you stay out of jail. Is that true? Did you speak to him in those terms?
I did. I wouldn't say
So it wasn't fake news.
angry. I was a little bit perturbed at his constantly fighting with Lebanon. You know,
Not fighting with Lebanon. It's fighting with Hezbollah, which has a like control over a big southern chunk of it, which borders Israel, and has a seat in parliament and some offices outside of Beirut.
some point I said, "Bibi, we got to stop this. We got to stop it." But I have a very good relationship. We've done well together. You know,
Oh yes, what's going on in Gaza right now? I mean, the Palestinians have never been happier. Nice work, hashtag Free Palestine folks who voted for Trump because they thought he would be better than Harris. Nice job, hashtag Genocide Joe assholes.
he always says, "We could never have done it," but everybody.
Oh, by the way, you'll notice he'll bitch about the Lebanon thing. Again, doesn't give a fuck about Gaza until he, of course, builds his hotel there. In which case, the United States and Israel will be responsible for the security of it.
Knows that we could have never done it without the United States, but I've worked very well together. I like Bibi a lot, and I've worked very well with him. We had I'm a wartime president. He's a wartime prime minister.
Wow. You guys going to go on a vacation together? That's adorable. Those are bragging rights, right? Lucky you.
Very important part of the world. And I think we've done.
Also, bitch, what are you smiling about? Why would you smile at someone for saying they're a wartime president?
Very well.
Somebody's like, what's wrong with his eyes? He just woke up from a chemically induced coma that he was under while they gave him chemo. And now he's on steroids, so he'll chit chat.
We've gotten along very well together.
What do you say to people who claim that Bibi Netanyahu tricked you into going into Iran?
Well, they're just, the enemy. They're just, the Democrats.
Yeah, we're not the ones saying that, shithead. That's all the right-wing maggots. That's Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson and all that. I don't say that ever. I think you chose to do this, you fucking psycho.
These are Democrats. These are people that don't know what they're doing. They want men playing in women's sports, and they want.
Yes, and making people think that you are following Benjamin Netanyahu's lead is all part of the ploy to make people vote Democrat in the fall. All right, sure, okay.
They want open borders so the world can pour into our country.
Okay, now it's just muscle memory at this point. Okay, let's jump over, if we can, chat room, if I may. Let's jump over to this cabinet meeting, which I got to say, both of those were canned interviews, editable, not live, obviously, and allowed for him to sort of be protective. I want to see if I have it in here. I need to show you guys something. I made some graphics. because I wanted to explain something also about it in here, very possibly. Let's see. I'm gonna look at it. Icons. That'll help immensely. Because I made a big map. Because I like making maps. Not in there. Where'd you go, you rat? I probably saved it to my pictures. I don't even know why it doesn't give me what I want, you know. It's a bit crazy. All right. Yeah, here we go. So, if I may, there's that. Let's hide this. I don't need that. All right. Let me show you this real quick. Okay. Real quick, so everybody's up to speed. This is southern Lebanon. I made a graphic for you. This is southern Lebanon. This is where this would be the Hezbollah controlled areas. This is mixed district, and then less of that, and then the green area is all the Lebanese government controls that area. But this whole station along here, especially along the border with Israel, that's all Hezbollah controlled territory. This is where most of the shit is going on between the two of them. Now, there's just for the record. So this is strongly Hezbollah influenced, mixed, substantial, limited, and then minimal is the green areas up here. Okay. This is kind of crucial. Okay. And so this is what Israel is fighting with. And so when Trump is like, we need to negotiate with the Lebanese government, or Lebanon and Israel are talking, who gives a fuck? The Hezbollah fighters in this area are aligned with Iran, not Lebanon. That's why Iran is so pissed about it. If they were under the control of or in partnership with the Lebanese government, then the whole country would be red like this, and the Iranians wouldn't need to argue any of this shit. All right. Secondly, if I may, let me show you the area around Beirut. Okay, so this is the greater Beirut area. There are members. Whoops, hold on. Get out here. Look how he does indeed look like hammered shit in there. Back out of here. Where are you? Come here, you. There you go. Yeah. The Dahia area, this whole area over here, is basically, this is South Beirut. I don't know why they call it South Central Beirut, whatever. This is I would kind of call it Eastern Beirut, sure, but whatever. Okay. This is the biggest stronghold of Hezbollah. There are also other areas in there, like near the central district, where they have offices because they have parliamentary representation there. But this area and this area are the two big areas. This is where Israel is striking by and large. Okay. I'm not showing you this to pick sides or any of that shit. I'm just letting you know geographically, when you hear this shit is happening, this is how it's happening. Here's the other thing, is that this would be the main area where the Lebanese government actually controls it. This is effectively a Hezbollah stronghold, and that's the airport. So good luck traveling in and out of there. That's fun. The Beirut International Airport. Yeah, that's got to be a fucking drive. It's like driving through, the middle of Haiti in the middle of the night. But the Lebanese government controls this kind of larger area around here. Okay, just so you know, I would like you to go into this knowing shit that Trump has no idea about. Okay, there you go. So he's talking out of his ass again, which is so clogged with shit. I don't know how he does it. Okay, so this is him signing executive orders, and watch the panic in the people behind him. By the way, this is Hal Sparks, Mega Worldwide. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show, etc., etc., etc. Oh, let me try it and see if this works. Is that working? Okay. We go to this, and I say this, and we'll go to, where is this? Yeah.
Time for a shameless plug. Oh,
yeah. There you go.
Shameless plug time.
All right. Nerd Halen has shows coming up in San Jose on the 14th. I should have a graphic here, but it didn't come up. I don't know why. It's annoying me. I've been working, while my voice hasn't been working. I have been as best I can. Go away, you strange little thing. And you go away, you strange little thing. There you go. And then I had where is it? It's this guy right here. Yeah, that would be the. All right. That's not bad. All right. That sounded right. So, anyways, just pretend it says nerdhalen.com here. Go look at the dates. Also, our Patreon supporters get a free comedy show at the end of every month. And you can come to any of my shows when I'm live in your area and bring a guest. Just be an ongoing Patreon supporter. And then, so that's my little shameless plug thing. Hold on. I go back to here, see if it works the right way this time.
Time for a shameless plug. Oh yeah, it's shameless plug time.
Okay. It's a little better. It's a little better. You guys know how bad I am at promoting things, so I'm just trying everything I can. Wish me luck. Okay. Okay, back to where we were. Now, so I guess it should start up. What should it do? Okay, I'll work it out later. Now, obviously, we've seen 2 canned interviews. This is him at his own little gaggle. The biggest thing you might have already seen is him shitting on Caitlin Collins because she's beautiful and she won't give him the time of day. And she does, in his defense, have resting, oh my God, your dick must be tiny face. With him, anyways.
We're supposed to be beautiful. Probably been watching. Big day today because this is, as you probably have been watching. So from 1922 to present, it really never worked.
It worked the whole time.
It leaked,
also,
it was bad, and it looked terrible. It's supposed to be beautiful. It
worked all the time. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. I've been to the reflecting pool. It was fine. Like, this is crazy. This is, as Triple H say, these people are crazy. He's fucking crazy. It's a reflecting pot. It has reflected the fucking Washington Monument for quite some time.
Opened in 1922, and
we know.
Always leaked. There was a problem. It's called.
It always leaked, and it was a problem. Yeah, it was like swamp land around it. You couldn't even walk around it. Every time they shot a movie there, the 100 times they've done it, people were always getting bit by mosquitoes and all that. Yeah.
Called the Great Reflecting Pool.
This is just fucking sad.
Between the Washington Monument and the Lincoln.
Yeah, we know where it is.
Memorial.
Yeah. They all live there. They know too.
And right in between is almost 2,500 feet long.
No, it's not. It's about 2,030 feet.
I could show you. It would be like the tallest building in the world laid on its side.
Which is really weird because obviously buildings have floors, and I just feel for all the people who might be taking a dump at that time, and you turn and then which way does the water flow? Yuck. If I may also, I do think we need a fresh one of these because in case you're just joining me, like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. I apologize.
And the building wouldn't reach it. And today it gets completed. The pool gets completed at 4 o'clock.
Cool. When do they put in the diving board?
And the water will start to flow in. And it won't leak because it's done properly.
Because you're using a sealant that didn't exist in 1922.
And it's going to be...
What'd they use back then? Thatch?
Beautiful. It's going to be American flag blue. It's the color we picked. And I think it'll be something amazing. It's never worked. A great concept that never worked because it always leaked. They used stone originally, and the stone leaks because it's got a lot of crevices.
It is. You have a lot of crevices, and you leak all the time, so yeah.
And we have a very special material that we used, and we'll do this.
You mean sealant?
For a tiny fraction. You remember President Obama tried to do it and it failed miserably. They spent over
Yes, it's the white trash solution. You're basically creating an above ground pool. We get it.
$100 million between him and Biden. They spent much more than $100 million, and it never worked, and it was filthy dirty. We took out
Filthy dirty.
12 truckloads of garbage out of this
12 truckloads of garbage. What the fuck? It's a foot deep. What are you talking about? 12 truckloads of garbage. All I have to say is those maggot friends of yours are polluters.
this pool. It was just rotting and terrible, a terrible thing for the country. So we have
So what do you do? Fill it with carp?
many monuments and fountains all over Washington, and we're just about completed with all of them. The fountains are all working now, 28 fountains. And as of this moment, just about this moment, a couple are going to be a few days longer. And we went on a real kick. Some of the most beautiful fountains in the world, but they haven't worked in 30, 40 years, most of them. As
They work fine.
you know, you saw the one.
I have actually seen these fountains function. I've been to DC. Who in the chat room? Who's been to DC?
In front of the station.
Jimmy Hoffa was in there, Jonathan.
Union Station was horrible, and now it's beautiful. It was all covered in graffiti. But this would be the big one, because this is, again, could you get me that picture of the...
Yeah, this bring him another printout, Natalie.
how it compares in size to the biggest buildings anywhere in the world? It's
Oh, that's a great picture. Yeah, Brent, it's a. Please tell me it's not just one of those little things. Please tell me it's a giant foam core board thing that he did.
amazing. So we're very proud of that. We're proud of a lot of things we've done, but this is something.
Not gas prices, but
So Washington now, as you know, a very safe city. It's considered a very safe city. It was
they used the phrase "safe
a
city,"
very unsafe city
which is the opposite of a safe city.
14 months ago. Now it's a very safe city, so we're very proud of that. But it's also become a beautiful city. The encampments,
Beautifully safe.
the homeless are no longer sitting in the middle of the park.
Sorry, they were just sitting there? I thought they were busy being, I don't know, homeless.
The level of beauty of the city is incredible. We
Yes, certainly devoid of people.
regrassed many
Ew.
of the areas. We're really doing a job at Lafayette Park, which is really the entrance to the White House. And that's going to be completed very shortly, and it'll be incredible, as it was originally envisioned. Most of it we're doing as originally envisioned. And if you walk across the street to Lafayette Park, you'll see something that's incredible. It's going to be,
Grass.
we'll have it open before July 4th. This, we wanted to get it open before July 4th. On the reflecting pond, or the reflecting pool, as some people call it,
Yeah, reflecting lake.
very important to us was the longevity, having it so that it's not closed every day. All these
Yeah, it's outside.
are, they just had
Oh, fuck me.
this done. You're getting a first glimpse, but that's your
This isn't stupid at all.
size compared. So those are
He's resting it on the phone. He's resting it on the phone. Oh, shit. Look how big these buildings are, and the pool is so much bigger. I'm so much more important than they are.
those are compared to. Those are among the tallest buildings in
Why? Why? What are you doing? What how is this? Why is this a comparison?
the world, including
Yeah, but how are the apartments? Are they roomy, or what's the Wi-Fi like?
the Empire State Building, World Trade Center, Sears Tower, Chicago.
Yeah, we're familiar. This is so dopey. It's I can't. This is. It was dopey and doofy in the same. Just in case you were wondering, that's. Oh shit! Now you know why they pre-tape these interviews.
So if you lay it on its side, you take
Yeah, don't do that. Don't lay it on its side. Talking to you, terrorists.
2 or 3 of them to fill it in because the width is very almost.
Yeah, nobody's gonna do it. If you're thinking about it, just don't.
200 feet wide, and actually much more than 2,000, close to including everything. It's about 2,500
Including everything.
feet.
No, it isn't. It's exactly that. It's 2,030 feet. People have measured it. It's been there for a long fucking time.
In length to the end.
To the end. What do you mean? Past the fucking Lincoln Memorial?
And it's going to be beautiful. It was a great concept that never worked because they couldn't hold the water. Now they hold the water.
Well, if you set it up like that, like the towers, it's going to pour out. How are you keeping the water like elevated like that?
For a tiny fraction of the cost, I would.
You could coat this reflecting pool with laminate for less than it costs to build the Sears Tower.
Did a fantastic job. And Department of Interior was amazing. Doug Burgum, really absolutely amazing. And you're gonna have something you're gonna be very proud of, and it'll last for 50 to 100 years before you have to do anything with it. Very strong,
All right, I'll put it in my calendar.
powerful substance that we use.
Jesus Christ. Yes, this is a fucking stupid comparison, chat room. Holy shit. Yes, this is how he drains the swamp. This is how he drains the swamp. Right.
And we picked a color called American Flag Blue. We had color choices.
Yeah. Thanks for not going with gold so that the reflection from it didn't blind the tourists.
And before it was just gray, it was a color of
Stone.
concrete and stone.
Concrete and stone.
So it's going to be really special. I thought you'd like to see it. And the work
I didn't need to see that. I really don't care. I'm fine. Seal it.
ends on the pool. We also did a lot more than we anticipated. We did all of the sidewalks outside of the pool where people walk or they stand. That's where Martin Luther
Yeah, or they kneel. Sometimes they mime.
King made his great speech with 1 million people. I had the same amount of people. Actually, I had
No, you didn't.
a little bit tighter. It was a little bit tighter.
It was a little bit tighter. Yeah, smaller is the word you're looking for.
They said he had 1 million people and I had 25,000 people. And yet if you look at the picture of comparison, the exact same location, the exact same pool, except now the pool's clean. It was filthy dirty then.
It was filthy dirty then. Fucking hippies.
But it was amazing because that was my first glimpse into politics. I made a speech and I had more people. In other words, you put the picture side by side, which we have. And they said, I had 25,000, he had 1 million, but I had more people. They were tighter. My people were tighter. But these are minor details. That's when I said, well, wait a minute, there's something wrong.
Also, look at the terrified look on Navarro's face. And he's doing that like, oh God, oh God. He's holding the oh God vase. Oh God. Oh no. This is not good. Oh, scary. This is a scary shit, man.
But this is a very famous place, and it should be treated properly. A person came to my office, a very substantial person from
How big were they?
a foreign country, another country,
Ooh, very, very foreign substantial. I see. Better than American.
and said, the Washington Monument, the Lincoln, you take a look at the Washington Monument,
Memorial is the word you're looking for?
beautiful Lincoln Memorial, he said, but the walking in
No, memorial, not memoriam.
between was disgusting. The thing was loaded up. We took 11 or 12 dumpsters, trucks, full of garbage out of there that they were
No, you didn't.
shoveling, and it was there for years under the Biden administration. Again,
What the fuck is he talking about?
Biden and Obama, if you combine the money they spent, it was over $142 million, and they got nothing as usual. So I'm very proud of it.
Oh, this is fucking pathetic.
Maybe I shouldn't say that before it opens. Maybe I'll open it. It'll look like a sieve, but it's not going to do. I'm very good at building things and constructing things. So I hope you're going to go take a look at it. The sidewalks
Yeah, I'm glad they're letting you play with Legos instead of fucking things up more than you already are.
are being sandblasted. The granite's on the outside. They're granite. And that lasts on a strong stone. And that's
I've heard that. I've heard granite is a strong stone. I'll have to look it up.
being sandblasted. It's going to look like really something beautiful. It's going to be brand new. It's got a lot of life. So just enjoy it. Rodney Scott is here along with Peter Navarro. Peter's been with me for a long time, knows more about China than any human being on earth, except for, I would say, President Xi knows a lot more. But other than President Xi, Peter's probably
他不会说中文. I'm just saying, he doesn't speak Chinese, so how the fuck? Never mind.
in second
He knows what they want him to know.
place, and certainly having to do with trade. And but they're here to talk about something else. And Rodney, if you would, please.
Sure. So we're talking about rolling out a customs EO.
Customs executive order. That's what we're doing here.
Why is that important? Basically, it's America first in the trade environment, like we've been doing on the border. People are used to the illegal immigration, the narcotics. We've locked that down. This is literally taking the same principle.
Literally 6 military-age Chinese guys were busted in, I believe it was Texas. There's a bunch of people still coming across. The zero number is false.
And applying them to trade to protect American industry. Different countries and different people are undercutting our import-export rules, the tariffs, to literally undermine American businesses. And we're going to put a stop to it in the same way. We are going to increase the amount of data we have.
Ooh, increasing data. Fascinating.
So that we can actually make conscious decisions about who and what comes into this country.
Sorry, conscious decisions using data? I don't think he's going to sign it.
And we're going to start holding people accountable. So there's a...
Oh, wow. Not him, obviously. Yeah.
We're literally going to use the rules that are in place to a certain extent and then make some recommendations for legislation going forward.
Ooh, recommendations. Slow down. Talk slower. Did you hear that? Recommendations for America.
We're going to start holding trade accountable for threatening things and threatening products into our country. Just
threatening things and products
like we have on the rest of the border. So Customs and Border Protection gets a lot of it.
You mean where all the fentanyl comes into the country because you didn't slow down fentanyl at all once you closed the border 100%?
Attention for the border wall, everything else. This is going to be basically the equivalent in the trade environment.
Yes. Tell him, my acolyte. Tell him. Speak to him. Make him understand before he dozes off.
And sir, you did a miracle when you came in. You shut that border down.
It wasn't a miracle. He had to actually put the funding through Congress. And in the big BS bill, they put in all the funding that was in the bipartisan border bill that was there a year before that he told everybody to shut down because he didn't give a shit who was entering the country in that year. So he owns, by the way, anybody who kills somebody in the United States or steals something or does something terrible. He owns all of them since he stopped that bill, just for the record.
In a matter of...
Because that's, I mean, if, it's one thing to say Democrats want open borders, but when they were trying to close it effectively and pass a bill that would deal with it, and you told them to, you told Republicans not to vote for it, that's actively choosing an open border.
Days to what has been a flood of millions of illegal aliens.
No, we didn't. We're about 11 million. It's about the same. It's a static number.
And a secure America is a safe America. What we're going to do here, the EO you're going to sign.
Please sign it. Don't draw on it like the last one.
That's about a $20 to $30 billion a year EO you're going to get because we are going to crack down with this detective border.
Oh, he means keeping $20 billion worth of criminal shit out of the country or something.
That CBP is putting in innovatively. We're going to crack down on the fentanyl. We're going to crack down on the unhealthy products, the counterfeits, and all
the unhealthy products.
Tariff evaders. So this is a message to
the tariff evaders. You mean the people who are just buying and selling stuff normally because they don't know what whether the tariffs apply to them or not?
World today, when you sign this, there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and this is what Donald Trump does. He secures.
So keep bopping, warriors.
Our borders, and not just physically, but in terms of trade. The new customs border is going to be awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Peter. You know, we have
It's going to be awesome. So say I. Also, does anyone have any yarn or rubber bands? I would like to keep my hands in this position, but it's really starting to ache.
millions of people pouring through our border. And when I got here, and it happened twice, but the first time was a lot easier because it wasn't nearly as bad as this. But in 2016, we had a bad border, really a bad border. And pretty quickly, we made it very good. We started the wall. I built over 1,000 miles of wall.
No, he didn't.
Without that, you could have never done it, no matter how good you do. The wall has been, remember the Democrats, I call them. But the Democrats said the wall doesn't do anything. I said, no, walls work. Two things, everything else is...
Oh, fuck, we're doing walls and wheels again?
Obsolete, it gets obsolete quickly. Two things, wheels and walls.
What about ceilings? Also, what the fuck good is a wheel without an axle?
Been here for a long time.
Don't get me started.
And a wheel and a wall, you'll always have. Other things, your computer's going to be obsolete about 2 days after you buy it.
Tell that to the Dell guy you just gave like a $150 billion contract to.
But wheels and walls, they work. And we built an incredible wall that stretches more than 1,000, think of it, 1,000 miles. And
it's the same one. You just replace some of the fencing.
And without that, we would not be as successful.
Mexico, by the way, did not pay for it. Yeah, that's a good question. Someone was asking in the chat, did Mexico indeed pay for it? No, they did not. And certainly not, it was 0% actually. Certainly not 100% is what he also told maggots, right? Maggots, that's what he told you guys?
We're building now additional areas because we need some additional wall in certain areas. But we had millions of...
Yeah, across tribal lands and private property. He's the first president to give more land to Mexico by dividing the wall and putting, American territory on the southern part of the wall. So you're literally walled off from your private property with no compensation. But enjoy Mexico. Enjoy the little slivers of land that you get for free.
Millions of people, 25 million people.
Anonymous says, why is he repeating himself? Because that's what a sundowning brain does.
I think it's more than that, but 25 million people came in during the Biden years, the Biden...
No, they did not.
...disasters. And we stopped that. We stopped it down to zero. Hard to believe, but the numbers come
Yeah, I don't actually believe it. Also, I also don't believe the 25 million number, which is bullshit.
out. Every month they come out 0, 0, 0. People don't come anymore because they know they're not going to get through.
Or they just go around.
So we had caravans with 10, 15, 20, 25,000 people coming up.
Right, but Russia can't pay for those anymore because they're busy losing in Ukraine.
From countries. And remember, I know these people. I know the leaders of the countries. They're smart and they're cunning.
Why are you covering your hand? Why do you always put your when you put your hands on the desk? Why do you always cover that right hand? Why do you just stretch out a little bit? Why you gotta hide them under the table or then put them up and do this? I mean, like you're Steven Seagal trying to hide your gut.
And they're streetwise, and they would put their people that were from prisons in there. They would put their murderers in there, and they'd put a lot of bad people, and they'd also put people that just didn't work. They'd put all of their welfare recipients in there, and they'd send them into our country.
Weird, and they came here and they've all got jobs.
And all of that stopped, and many of those people are now brought back. Many of the murderers, 11,000.
Yes, especially the ones that never existed.
1,888 were murderers. I say it all the time.
Yes, we know you do, and it's never true just because you repeat it.
50% of them murdered more than one person, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I presume that more than one means 2 or 3 or 4 or yada yada.
When 7 people murdered into our country, they let them.
One of them? Well, gosh, I guess they're just making up for the fact that the other 24,999,900, I guess 972,000, give or take, 222, aren't murderers at all, just hardworking people looking for a break.
Let them into our country. It's a sin that should never be forgotten.
Especially because it didn't happen.
So it's It's a much different country right now. We're respected by everybody. Everybody in the world respects. We just got back from China, as you know. Some of you were with us. And President Xi was great. And he said, you're a respected country, respected all over the world.
No, he didn't.
He said, you did it so fast.
He did not say that.
We did it in a very short period of time. This country was a laughing stock.
Well, it's easy. It's easy to do when it's fake. You don't actually have to change anything. Just say things are better, even if they're not. And then it's also the fact that in China, you give someone face, even if they don't deserve it, especially if they're a world leader.
Stock all over the world for 4
Kind of the way you suck his butthole every time you go over there. It's the same thing.
years.
Not that I'm assuming you don't like the taste of his butthole. That might be true. Yeah, two things can be true. You could actually love the taste of Xi Jinping's butthole and also be doing it just to charm him.
Laughing stock.
Way to commit, by the way, buddy.
And now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We're the most successful country
that was MBS who said that, not Xi Jinping.
In the world. So this is very important what you're doing, and I'd like to have Will just say a few words about it specifically, please.
Yeah, tell me what I'm signing.
Yes, sir. As Rodney and Councilman Navarro said, this is an executive order on strengthening customs enforcement using new technologies and new approaches. The idea here is to ensure that importers of record, other people moving goods across our border, are accurately reporting what they're bringing in, that contraband, that illegal goods aren't being brought across the border, and that goods being brought in are being accurately accounted for purposes of duties and tariffs and all of the other things we require of importers of record. But this executive...
In other words, a regulation. That's what this is called. This is basically tightening a regulation and then adding more tools for regulations because they cut regulations and now they have to put a bunch of them back.
Executive order will launch a series of bold new steps.
Ooh, I love launches of bold new steps.
That I think we as an administration believe will result in the tightest, most controlled border in American history.
It's gonna, it'll loosen up with use, I'm sure, but
following on, obviously, your success in closing the southern border and stopping the scourge of illegal immigration into the country as well, sir.
How dare you say, properly pronounce scourge in front of him? It's scourge in this White House.
So, Peter, what kind of money do you think this involves in terms of...
He said 30 billion.
...of savings to our country?
I will guarantee you the first year will be at least
15 and then 25 and then 30.
15 billion, next year 25, and out there's 80 to 100 billion that the tariff evaders are doing. Plus, sir, we're going to stop more of the fentanyl coming in, and we're going to crack down on counterfeits. This is good for America. This is good for the people that elected you. It's good for the country.
And we have fentanyl coming in 59% less.
59%. All right. That's fairly specific. It was 90 something, so maybe, I guess they're letting a little bit in,
Cut it by,
to cull the herd.
By a number that nobody thought was even possible. We're going to get it a lot lower than that, but we have it. And we did this in
He just made that number up, I'm sure.
a very short period of time.
This is going to be a great one, sir.
You didn't have the
this
same
is a moneymaker for us, and CBP has been doing a really great job innovating on this.
It's actually just their job. And also the machines he's talking about have already been paid for in the Infrastructure Act a couple of years ago.
Sir.
You've done a fantastic job. Thank you.
Appreciate it, sir.
Okay, we'll start one.
What the ever-loving shit.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a nice one.
What do you want? Credit as an artist? It looks like an EKG for someone who needs medical attention. Also, you just don't cross the T in your last name. And that's a P at the end. That's a P. It looks like a TP.
Okay, what else do you have?
This is another executive order on reforms to the federal workforce, sir. Currently, with respect to many policymaking positions in the departments and agencies across...
Oh my God, this is just like, they can't get him to do his regular fucking job as president, so they have to drag him out and make a big show out of it so he'll sign shit.
Government.
Because he won't bother. He won't sit there and sign shit and just post it. So if they want him to sign something, they got to put on this fucking dog and pony show.
We lack the ability, because of existing personnel rules, to effectively discipline or promote people who are in policymaking roles. This executive order follows on a number of previous executive orders. The end
that are just as impotent.
Goal is making the federal workforce more accountable.
By the way, hit the like, share the show, etc., etc.
And ensuring that people, particularly in policymaking roles, aren't unaccountable to.
By the way, I should be at 20 dislikes by now. Don't do it if you like the show. I mean, the maggots that are here, they're just not doing their job. Oh, I lost one. Look at that. I don't know. The maggots must be leaving. You know what? Truth be told, it's probably not me. It's probably they can't watch him and defend him. Can you imagine? Can you imagine having to defend this dickhead and watching all of this?
The wishes of the administration.
You mean the donkey show? Simmer down, Catherine.
And the reason for this was what? Whose idea was that?
Way to be! I'm glad the cabinet meeting went so well. Maybe if they'd stop blowing smoke up your ass and you actually were paying attention. Run that by me again. Listen to this.
People, particularly in policymaking roles, aren't unaccountable to the wishes of the administration.
And the reason for this was what? Whose idea was that?
James Shirk, who's here from Domestic Policy Council, can
Would
speak
you like
to
to
that.
say something? Come on, you did a great job on this. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Explain this to me, because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
It's been a long-standing problem that it's almost impossible to fire a federal employee, even in cases of serious.
Yeah. Let's talk about that tie for a second. First of all, the short part of the tie should not be somewhere around the base of near your xiphoid process. And the other one, did you just say, oh my God, I'm meeting Trump today. My tie has to go down to my dick? Did somebody do this to you? Is this part of because the rest of these guys are wearing kind of standard dipshit monkey suit ties. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is like Oliver Hardy situation.
Serious misconduct. And as a result, if you have employees who are trying to undermine the wishes of the American people by pushing their own agenda or just incompetent in what they're doing, agencies have a long-standing difficult time getting rid of them. And that's a particular problem if you're in a senior policy influencing role where you're controlling the policies of the entire agency. What this does is basically treats those employees like private sector workers. They're going to be hired.
Yeah, it's just this. I mean, they're just bullshit. It won't do anything. It's an executive order. Doesn't give him new powers.
On the basis of merit and competence, but if they're
just trying to scare people into quitting. This is more Doge bullshit.
Messing up, then they can be removed quickly rather than taking a year longer to get rid of them.
That's great. And you were very much involved in it?
I was, sir.
This guy central casting.
Central casting from what? Revenge of the Turds?
He's like perfectly casted. I'm casting a lawyer. You couldn't have done that any better. Were you nervous?
A little. Thank you, sir.
Would anybody else like to say anything? About either one? What about you? Come on over here.
Whatever your name is.
Come on. Can you top him? You don't have to. Thank you very much. Great job. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, this customs reform EO is a long time coming for us. It helps us solve problems that have plagued the customs system for many years.
If we have to say that, or Trump won't sign it.
A system where people have basically been able to hide behind shell companies. They move from one to the next, and then we can't go after them. This EO.
Oh, you mean like Ivanka's stuff?
Really enables us to crack down and hold people accountable.
It's so important. I know you took it so seriously. See how serious they are? I mean, there's a love of the country. This isn't like normal stuff. These are the smartest people in the world. They can do anything they want. They can have any job, and they love
No, they can't.
This country. They just want to be here, and they hate what you saw, and you fixed it. Thank you very
No, they didn't.
much. All of you. Anybody else? Anybody? Only if you want. I'm not going to call anybody. Anybody? You don't have to. They covered you well, right? I don't know if you could do any better. Thank you very much. That's a great job, fellas.
Good Lord. It's like watching him make a hand turkey in class.
It's a big one. Okay, thank you. Pulitzer Prize winner over there. I got the great Pulitzer Prize winner. Okay. Thank you very much.
How many letters are in Trump? Jesus.
Great.
Thank you, Mr. President.
And do you have any questions of this?
Whoop. Nicely done. What, you've been learning how to hold things? Has J.D. Vance been giving you classes? Hey, can you grab that, Pete?
Thank you, Peter.
Mr. President, given Iran's attacks on Kuwait, this latest attack on Kuwait, is the ceasefire with Iran still on?
Well, you know, there's a reason for everything. And we hit them pretty hard the night before and actually last night.
Oh, so it's okay that they fired on civilian targets and our military bases because we fired on them when? I thought according to Lara, we were it was defensive.
And when it was explained to me, I said, all right, so we'll do that. But we've been hitting them pretty hard, a little bit. So there is a reason for.
So there is no ceasefire, is what you're saying. Both sides are firing
certain things, and there's usually a reason that sometimes makes sense. But they did something for it, not a big deal. We got it. We nipped it in the bud very quickly, as we do. We're the greatest military in the world. But some people would say they were slightly provoked because we took a strong action for a different reason. So they were reciprocating. Yep.
Can you explain?
I hear the negotiation itself has gone very well, actually.
From who?
Very well.
Very well. It's going so well. I mean, don't even worry about it. It's awesome. Everything. This couldn't go smoother, really. Honestly, this is. I mean, that thing you heard about it not working. That's the opposite is true.
It could happen. I mean, if it happens, and it might not happen. You know, who knows? But if it happens,
sounds like a negotiation.
It could happen like over the weekend.
He'll say it happened on Friday to pump the market again.
How do you define ceasefire?
Pretty much the way it is. It's a different part of the world. You know, I'd say in that part of the world, ceasefire is when you're shooting in a more moderate manner.
So there is no ceasefire.
It's not bad, but it's true. I mean, it's a ceasefire there is much different than a ceasefire in other parts of the world.
Mr. President, can you explain why you decided to drop the anti-weaponization fund?
So I love it. I think it's so important. People were, this is a victim right here, but not only a victim, he was also a student of it. What happened?
Student of it. Navarro, he means.
To great people, great American people, the way they were victimized, the way they were savaged. You have suicides. They killed themselves.
So they are not getting any money, is what you're saying.
They went bankrupt. They were weaponized by the Biden administration.
They were weaponized. I thought you weaponized them, and that's why they attacked the Capitol.
By a bunch of thugs, including Obama people. And like nobody.
Who were in office in 2020?
But he's probably ever been. I mean, I can think of maybe 2 instances in this country where they've had it to somewhere that extent. I'm not even sure if it was so much. They were put in jail for long periods of time.
Yeah, that's because they beat cops and filmed it.
They were accused of things that never happened.
No, they filmed themselves doing this shit.
They had prosecutors that were radical lunatics.
Who wanted, I don't know, people to obey the law and not tase cops 8 times till they had a heart attack.
And their lives were destroyed.
Fuck them.
And frankly, we had a...
He's talking about the Jan 6ers, who, for the record, like, there were a lot more guilty ones that never saw the inside of a courtroom because all they had to do was the judge was like, I got carried away. I'm sorry. I'll never do that again. The only ones who went to fucking jail were the ones who were like, fuck you. I'm going all the way. If you let me out, I'm going to try again. Plus the dozen or so of them that are child predators.
Lawsuit that against us on the weaponization, where the judge, a radical left judge, ruled against it. And we'll see how that all works out. But a radical left judge ruled against it. But these people, their lives have been destroyed. Their families have been destroyed. Many of them. I'm not just talking about a few people. Many of them. I'm one of them.
Oh, boo fucking you. So you were going to take some of the money is what he meant. He was going to take that money himself.
Raided my house, Mar-a-Lago. That never happened. Nobody ever thought of a thing like that. It turned out.
Well, don't steal shit.
That it was a total fake everything about it was fake and corrupt. We have all the information. You know, the
No, you don't.
good advantage to sitting here is we can get information that you would.
Oh, yeah, you can get information. So why don't you come out with it? I'm dead serious. If it's that easy and it's that obvious, you've been in office for over a year, well over a year, almost a year and a half. If it's obvious, it's like the Hunter Biden laptop. If that shit is there, why can't you do anything with it? Why'd you have to fire your own head of the DOJ? Why'd you have to replace her with your own fucking personal lawyer?
You wouldn't get by what we have and what we are going to be showing over the
eventually
coming weeks and months. You're not even going to believe. Some of
You're right. I'm not.
you will believe it. Like CNN will believe it because they knew what was going on. They're crooked as hell. CNN's a very corrupt organization, but with a corrupt reporter standing right there.
Why is she corrupt?
Never smiles. She never smiles. She's a young, beautiful woman. Never smiles. I never see a smile off her face. I see her standing there with hatred in her eyes. Like,
Well, you are Jeffrey Epstein's wingman, and you were friends with him for over 2 decades. And you bragged about grabbing women by the pussy. I don't know why any woman would be glad to see you.
she has hatred because we have borders.
No, it's because you don't have any borders. You don't even understand what fucking consent is.
We have a strong military, because we cut our taxes, because we do things that everybody wanted, and then we win.
Really? You do things that everybody wanted? Is that why your poll numbers are so good?
In our election in a massive landslide, we win 87% of the counties in this.
Yes, 87% of the counties in this country hold about 30% of the population.
Country. Nobody's ever heard of a thing like that. And that's because we're doing the right job. And we took a detour down to Iran because we can't let Iran have a nuclear weapon under any circumstances. We can't let that happen. So
I thought you obliterated it. This is never going to get tired.
the reporters should be happy. They shouldn't be unhappy. They should be very happy. Because you know what we're doing? We're saving our country. Yes.
It's got to be rough for him, man, because it's he's in new territory. Caitlin Collins is probably the first brunette he's been totally intoxicated by, and she won't give him the time of fucking day. I mean, granted, that's because she has even the bare minimum of self-respect.
President, 2 questions, one on Iran and then one on your birthday.
Okay.
We will. The first one is, are you concerned at all that the IRGC could sabotage any potential deal? And then the second one is, you have a birthday coming up. I won't
What deal?
say which number, but it's a big birthday. So
80. He's going to be 80.
you're going to blow out a can. You're going to blow out some candles on a cake, hopefully. What are your wishes that you'd like to see accomplished?
Oh, my God. That Ivanka wasn't my daughter, and she was, and I had some of RFK Jr.'s good roofies.
For the next year for the United States and your presidency?
Well, I'll go in your order. Anything can happen, when you're dealing with Iran, but when you're dealing with other countries. But that's a very volatile part of the world, probably the most volatile part of the world. The people are volatile. The leadership, you see what's going on.
The whole thing's volatile. The sand is volatile.
We've gone through 3 teams of leadership. It's been we're military. There's never been a military like what we have. We could go another 2-3 weeks and just wipe everybody out. I'd rather not do that. Very easy to do. They're ready to do it. They want to do it. They want to do it.
That's weird.
But if we can get something down in writing which will accomplish the same thing without killing everybody, I'd like to do that.
Everybody?
Most of my people, I think, would like to do that. Some people wouldn't. But most.
Which ones? Holy shit. So, sorry, that's the debate that's going on in your administration right now. Some of the people would rather not kill everybody, and some of the people would rather kill everybody.
Some would, but we had to take a detour as far as wishes for, and I'm very proud of that detour, By the way, just to finish off on that.
Oh, shit.
We had the strongest stock market in history, and I said we have no choice, we have to do it. I knew it would affect it, but I was very happily surprised when I saw that today we hit another stock market high. I mean, we have the highest stock market in history with a military conflict going on, or a war. Some people call it war, some people call it a military. It's not a big thing for us. We have a great military. It's not a big thing for us. But if I didn't do that, I spoke to people like Peter, great for.
Yeah. Yeah, you discuss things with Peter.
Financial people, Scott and Howard and lots of others. I said,
we could probably pump and dump the market like 20 times during this shit.
We just hit the greatest stock market in history. Everyone.
And all of us know I'm going to do this. So sell, and then buy back when shit hits the fan.
401ks are the highest they've ever been. Everybody's making a lot of money.
And I hate that.
Costs are coming down. We took over the highest cost and the highest inflation in the history.
No, he didn't.
Of our country. Costs
not even close.
Are coming down. Everything's good. And I hate to tell you this, but we've got to take a little detour and go down to a place called the Islamic Republic of Iran. And we're going to have to stop them from having a nuclear weapon. That's what we've done. And they've agreed to that. By the way, if they sign the agreement,
they're not going to.
Will have agreed to. We will not have a nuclear weapon or bomb. We will not develop one. We will not buy one. Originally it was we will not develop. I said, what about if they buy? That went into a 2-week negotiation.
What if they, somebody just loans them one for the weekend, What if they get one on layaway?
But in the end, we got that. Now,
no, you didn't. You didn't get that. That has not been gotten.
We got it if they signed the paper.
Oh my God. We got it if they signed the paper. Then you don't got it. You fucking more. What the shit? We got it if we sign. We got it if.
In theory, they're pretty close to signing a paper. We've actually gotten along with them very well. And you know what you saw for the last few nights? It takes two to tango. You understand that. We hit them very hard on something else, unrelated.
I'm sorry. So you stopped tangoing and started shooting?
And so they were responding. But, and not very strongly. As far as birthday, as far as wishes, I want to just, we have a phrase, I think it goes down, I would think, in the history of our country, maybe the history of the world, is the greatest slogan or phrase ever. Make America great again. That's all I want.
So you're hoping that people visit the Reagan Library? I think he used it.
I want to make America great again. I think we've come a long way. I think we're the most respected country in the world right now, by far. The most respected. President Xi told me, I was talking about, he's a friend of mine, he's a good man. I hate to say it because...
No, the press, if I call him a good man, they freak out. Okay, first of all, that's a story about Putin, not about Xi Jinping. They freak out about it with Putin because Putin has guys pushed out of fucking windows. I mean, Xi has them, bagged over the head and dragged out someplace and tied to a fucking chair and beat to death. But
because the press goes and they say, oh, we called him a good man. He is a good, he's for China. I'm for the USA. It's like one of those things. But we do very well now with China. When I came here, we're not doing well with China. My first term, when I inherited that, it was like what China was doing to us was incredible. I don't blame China. They took advantage of stupid people, really stupid people.
Oh, you mean like the Christian CrossFit folks who make their living doing drop shipping, which is just buying Chinese shit and selling it on Amazon by slapping their name on it, which was a huge industry that grew even during your first presidency?
So we're doing great, but the phrase "make America great again," that's all I want. It's a very simple phrase to think of, and I think it's the greatest in the history. I would say that's probably the greatest phrase in the history of the world, not only here. There's never been anything like it. Make America great again.
Yeah, it certainly blows anything Jesus said out of the water. What an asshole, right?
And that's what I've done, and we've made it great. In fact, in a way, I want to use it because I would never give it up. MAGA, it's too good. It's too good. It really is the Republican Party. That's why we're...
It's Magoo. Make America great over and over again.
Doing so well. Magoo. That's why we, if you look at the Republican Party from before I came till now, this is a much different party. It's a much bigger party. We have many more people.
Nope.
And I think the thought, the mind, the thought is much different than it was 10 years ago.
The mind, the thought is much bigger than it was 10 years ago. Somebody write that down.
It's been, it's amazing. A much more powerful party, much different party, and a much more impactful party. Thank you very much.
AI, two questions
Okay.
on Iran.
Go ahead.
First, you said last week that the U.S. would go in and dig out the buried nuclear material in
with them.
With them.
Right.
Did Iran
Yeah, together, shovel to shovel.
That's possible.
actually agree to that?
Well, it depends on what day you're talking about. They
So no.
did agree, and then
that on
sometimes
Friday.
they agreed. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's one of the things we talk about. It's very overrated. I'm the one that overrated it.
What? It's very overrated. I'm the one that overrated it. Huh?
And sometimes they agreed. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes they agreed. It's what I'm saying.
That's one of the things we talk about. It's very overrated. I'm the one that overrated it. I thought to me it was important. To other people it's not important because
What the fuck? Holy shit. Right, Alyosha. It's very overrated. I'm the one that overrated it. All right. Maggots, come get your boy. God damn. What? First of all, MAGA beats anything Jesus ever said, or God in the Old Testament even. P.S., yeah, fuck the Bible, which is what he means. And then, of course, on top of that, it's overrated, and he overrated it. I don't even know where to start making sense of that.
those beautiful B-2 right here, the B-2 bombers, they're
much bigger than that.
Obliterated. You know, when CNN said...
so he was trying to think of the word obliterated, and overrated came out.
Maybe...
I'm the... everyone said it was obliterated. I'm the one that obliterated it. Holy shit. I'm fairly certain that's where the brain fart went.
It was an obliteration. They knew, I mean, before the pilots...
Okay, back up. Let's see if that's actually what he was trying.
I thought to me it was important. To other people it's not important because...
Oh, wait, hold on. Before that.
It's one of the things we talk about. It's very overrated. I'm the one that overrated it. I thought to me it was important. To other people it's not important because those beautiful B-2 right here, the B-2 bombers, they obliterated.
That's what the word was. Yep, that's it. He fucking couldn't think of the word obliterated, and he replaced it with overrated. That's magic. That's magic. That's hey CSL, I think we got another drop. That's fucking painful. Jesus Christ.
You know, when CNN said maybe it was an obliteration, they knew, I mean, before the pilots even...
How did they feel about it being, did they think the obliteration was overrated or...
even came back home before anybody saw the site, but then the Atomic Energy Commission went, they said it was obliterated.
Sorry, the who? Fuck me. They're going to start telling him to move on. Jesus Christ. Back up.
Even came back home before anybody saw the site, but then the Atomic Energy Commission went, they said it was obliterated. That stuff is buried underneath a mountain that virtually collapses. Very, very hard to get it. But nevertheless, I want to get it. We're the only ones, us and probably...
I didn't go back far enough. Hold on.
Every angle of those three sites are being watched at all times. If anybody went there, we'll see exactly what's happening, and we'll blow it up a little bit further.
You could see the sites with fucking open source intel.
But as far as getting it is the B-2 bombers did a job like nobody's ever seen. In the night, with no moon.
Again, they're not eyeballing it, you dumb motherfucker.
Dead darkness at 1 o'clock in the morning or so.
So they were tired.
They dropped those bombs, the biggest, just about as big a bomb as you can ever find, and it hit.
No.
It went down air chutes. It was hard to believe that they could.
Or shafts.
Do the technology. It followed a beam right into the air chutes, right? Explode.
Yeah, that's why they target it with lasers. That's why they don't actually need to fucking eyeball it.
Very hard to get that material, but I still nevertheless want it. And I don't want to do it if we're in conflict. I don't want to put men in that kind of danger. I remember Jimmy Carter had some bad problems in Iran with the hostages. I don't want to.
Oh, yeah. Well, I would argue that getting people out of a place is more worthy of taking risks than dust that's buried deep underground.
Put our people in that kind of danger. But when it's over, as of this moment, it's agreed that we will go in with them. We will get it and we will destroy it.
It's also not agreed.
Be destroyed.
No, it's not agreed at all.
Sorry, I have a follow-up, Mr. President. My second question. Is it possible to get to a deal with Iran, whether
No.
to go in and do that, or to open up the Strait of Hormuz without seeing an Israeli cessation of their hostilities in Lebanon?
I think it would. We're trying to separate it. I mean, look.
We're trying to separate it. I tried to tell Bibi no, but he just wants to do it anyway. So
it's a very different kind of a thing.
It is, except it isn't.
We actually spoke with Hezbollah for the first time ever. We didn't know they spoke, and
Sorry, did they all speak in one voice?
Agreed. Yesterday, they're not going to shoot. Israel's not going to shoot. We're just going to see. But I'd like to.
No, they didn't.
Separate it. I'd like to have a separate thing because it is separate.
All right.
Israel. Hey, look, they've been a great partner. Bibi Netanyahu's been, for me, a great partner. For other people, not so good. For me, he's been very good. We were very effective, what we've done. And they needed us. They couldn't have done it without us. Couldn't have even come close. And they needed us. And they got us to help them.
Did they? How did they do that?
With a real problem. Because Iran was a real problem. A big problem. A worldwide problem. Because they wouldn't.
So we're just helping them.
Have stopped with Israel. They would have blown up the Middle East. And you saw that by the rockets. All those rockets that went to the five, mostly for the most part, the 5 countries outside of Israel, those
the GCC
rockets were aimed there before we hit them with the B-2 bombers. They're going to
because we have bases there.
Blow up the Middle East,
and we get in and out of the country using their our civilians get in and out of the country using their civilian air bases, their airports.
They were going to blow up Israel, but they were going to blow up the Middle East. And I stopped.
They are in the Middle East, for the record.
It, and I'm very proud I stopped it. And we also stopped.
Stopped what? They just bombed Kuwait yesterday, or last night / this morning.
In the first term, when I terminated the Iran nuclear deal penned by Barack Hussein Obama, it was one of the dumbest deals I've ever seen. And this.
Well, sorry, it's the dumbest deal you've ever seen, and you can't top it.
Has no relation. I like these morons, these Democrats, D-U-M, Democrats. That go on television and say, oh, well, this is just like the Obama deal. This is the exact opposite.
Okay, so they can have a nuclear weapon and we won't have inspectors and they can have all their money?
This is no path to a nuclear weapon. That was a absolute path to a nuclear weapon that you couldn't have done anything about. This is the exact opposite. They gave billions and billions of dollars to Iran, including 1.7 billion put into a Boeing 757 with the seats taken out because there wasn't enough room if you left the seats, with 1.7 billion in cash taken from the banks in D.C.
Bullshit. The money he's talking about was in Qatar,
Maryland,
and Kuwait, I guess,
and Virginia, and flown to Iran. 1.7 in green cash, and then
as opposed to yuan, which are a vaguely yellow color.
Tens of billions of dollars.
Like an orangish.
Given to Iran by our government. Frankly, they picked the wrong country, but maybe we're going to be getting along with Iran. We're going to find out. You know, there is a good possibility, I think, because without the bombing, that wouldn't have worked. Without the blockade. The blockade is the most powerful thing. I think the blockade maybe has more impact than the bombing has. But the blockade that we have, the naval blockade, is incredible. Now, one ship has gotten through, unless we wanted it to.
And so you wanted those ships to get through.
And people respect it a lot. And we'll see. But, you know.
Respect it. They're fucking trucking it out the other side of the country.
There's a chance if this really worked out, they could rebuild. You know, it used to be a very, very good nation. You go back, I have friends that used to, old timers, they used to go there and they used to do well. They used to build in Iran. They built apartment houses and they built office buildings in Iran. Hard to believe, right?
Yes, very hard, because they would be your dad's age.
But there's a chance that maybe that comes back. But whether it comes back or not, I I think we have a very powerful deal that we're negotiating. The exact opposite as the Obama deal. The Obama deal was a disgrace. It gave them a nuclear weapon. We do the exact thing. We, under our deal, they will never, ever
You don't have a deal.
have a nuclear weapon.
There is no deal.
One of the other things that happens, and this is
What if they just announced tomorrow we got one? We got one from Russia. We stole it. Wink, wink. From an old silo. We've got one. We got one now. And we're not going to tell you where it is, but we can launch it at any time. Then what?
important, but there's nothing more important than taking away the capability of a nuclear weapon from Iran.
Mr. President,
Wait. But one of the other things that's important, and very important, is that immediately upon signing the Memorandum of Understanding, the Hormuz Strait will open.
Uh-huh. Yeah. When is that signing? When is that going to happen?
And it'll open up quickly, and we've already had our minesweepers there. You know, we're sweeping, as you probably have heard. And these are underwater minesweepers. They're great.
I see. So they work with the mines that are underwater.
Amazing technology. They're underwater because usually when you're looking
because mines are mostly underwater.
for mines, that usually means you have some dangerous characters out there. That's why. So we're underwater. But
Sorry, you're going after Snidely Whiplash as well?
we've swept mines, and we've gotten most of them, we think. So,
We think. Come on through. We got most of them, we think.
but the Hormuz Strait will open immediately upon signing. Now, that's
And never mind the fact that we're nowhere near the signing. But you believe that?
subject to a couple of areas being cleaned out also of mines, which we don't think there are any. So it'll happen very quickly, and we'll take the southern route anyway. But
The southern route. He means against the Gulf of Oman. side.
immediately upon signing, we open up the Hormuz Strait.
Mr. President, just to clarify on what you said, excuse me, Mr. President, just to clarify on what you were asked earlier, is the $1.8 billion DOJ fund dead or is it on hold?
It's, I'd have to ask the lawyers, I don't know.
It's dead.
I know one thing, the weaponization, are you talking about the weaponization fund?
Yeah, what's your
The weaponization fund, as
By the way, I love the fact that Caitlin Collins continues to ask questions while he's trying to answer his stupid pat, like muscle memory regurgitation.
far as I'm concerned, was a beautiful thing. It was something I didn't make it, but I heard that. I thought that was the greatest thing because people
Because you like people who beat cops.
like you have abused our people so badly. The fake news, like CNN, like the New York Times, and like others, have abused our people. Wait a minute, be quiet. Have abused our people so badly, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You used to be a conservative. She was a conservative from Alabama. Can
Yeah, but then you guys got all
you
rapey.
believe it? But CNN, in particular, CNN does such false reporting. But now they have new ownership, so maybe it'll straighten it out. I doubt it. But it's hard to straighten garbage out. But CNN has abused, and others have abused so badly. People.
Yeah, what the fuck does that have to do with this weaponization fund? I thought this was like because the government went after them. Sorry, we're paying people off because they got their feelings hurt by CNN?
These are people that are great people that were destroyed. Their families have been destroyed. Many suicides. They
Okay, so those people obviously aren't getting it.
committed suicide. People that went there with love. They went there with love. You know.
Yes, they lovingly beat police officers and stomped to death one of their own.
When I made that speech
They lovingly brought guns.
early in the day,
Ashley Babbitt lovingly brought a knife.
tremendous crowd. I hate to say
They lovingly built a gallows.
because they'll say, "Oh, I was wrong on the number," but I believe it's the largest crowd I've ever spoken to by twice.
By twice. The largest crowd I've ever spoken to by twice. Okay, they're going to start wrapping this up, I
Biggest
can
crowd,
tell.
I think, bigger than
By twice. Fuck
the
me.
inaugurations, bigger than anything, and there was so much love
You sure it wasn't by thrice?
and friendship. It was the most amazing thing. People were crying. They were
Yeah, because they've been pepper sprayed, I think.
like, "Wait a minute, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish." And
Finish what? whining on behalf of people who beat cops and broke into the fucking Capitol?
Those people have been abused by you and by others and by the politicians, by the Democrats. They're dumb people. They want to have open borders. They want to have transgender mutilization of your children.
Mutilization.
They want to have men playing in women's sports. They want to have high taxes. They turned down, they fought us on the tax bill, and they fought
This must be the weave.
us because they want people to pay high taxes because they're crazy. There's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with you. It's a shame. Yeah, go ahead,
Mr.
Liz.
President, thank you so much. On communism, today you have some stern words on communism.
I just wrote that. Did you like it? Did you think it was well written?
Well, it's certainly very meaningful to other Americans.
Well, I'd read it. Do you want to read it? Do you have it? You could read it. It's on Truth. I just wrote it. I just felt I've seen what's going
This is him attacking Mom Donnie, I
on
guess.
with communism, and I see this country. Read it. I'd love to have you think it.
He wrote that, quote, communists always do well with the voters, or as they would say, the people, in the early
The voters.
years. But in the end, the country, state, or city goes to hell. Great violence proceeds at levels never seen before, and
At levels never seen before.
the entity dissolves into poverty, squalor, and crime. Remember, breathtaking popularity first, and then guaranteed death and destruction.
So did you say that to Xi Jinping while you were over there? Or?
Well, you see it happening with New York. You see it happening with
You
Los
do?
Angeles
You do?
and parts of California.
What parts would that be? Stockton, probably.
And it's so easy, I'd be the greatest in the world. Nobody would be as good as me. I'd get away everything. I could be the greatest. I would sell them. You're going to get free rent. You're going to get free house.
Oh, you mean basically what you did on the campaign trail? I'm going to cut your energy costs. I'm going to cut your energy costs in half. You're going to have houses are going to be cheap.
Food. You're going to get free everything. But eventually that ends. And it leads to death, destruction, and squalor 100% of the time. When I watched New York, and I liked him very much, he stood right here, and he's been into the office a couple of times. The mayor of
Really? Since then, you guys have just hung out?
New York, I think he's a very
It means Mom Donnie, by the way.
nice person, and I don't know, he's a smart guy. I don't understand why he thinks it's okay for all these companies that pay hundreds of millions of dollars in taxes a year to leave. Because you're not going to have any tax.
Yeah, but there are no taxes in communism at all. High taxes aren't communism. They're still democratic taxation.
Base, and you're going to end up in hunger and squalor and death and destruction. I would be better than him if I wanted to go that road.
He means more popular, I think, because if you lied to people like no new wars and gas prices are going to be cut in half and all the shit he said. Houses are going to be cheap. Interest rates are going to go to zero.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll no longer pay rent. You'll no longer have to pay interest on your mortgage. In fact, I'll end your mortgage. I'm going to cut everything. You're no longer going to have to pay for food. I'm going to give you a grocery store and I'm going to give you free food.
Why would you need a store if you're giving food away? That would just be a food bank. I think.
You're no longer going to have, you're going to have the greatest life ever. Follow me, you're going to have the greatest life. And you know what? For a
Yeah, that's what you did with maggots, and you can understand why they're pissed.
couple of years, that's such a
I'm sorry, Gino.
powerful. I would be the best ever at giving it. Nobody would ever be. I had to sell free enterprise. Free enterprise is tougher to sell, but that's what's made our country great. And that's why it's great again now. If I didn't get elected, we wouldn't have a country. We really wouldn't have a country. This country.
Yeah, this is the standard fare. Hold on one second. How much time is left? Okay, he's almost done. It's a couple of minutes. You guys good?
would
We're
be
almost
finished.
done.
But I see what's happening in Los Angeles. I see what's happening in New York.
What the fuck is happening in Los Angeles?
Where I look at Chicago. You have a stupid governor, a dumb governor, a really dumb guy. I know him.
Is he dumb or stupid? Or both? I mean, I guess.
Well, he's a failure in his family. Pritzker. I know the family. I was partners in a deal with them. I made a lot of money. They made money. We made a good partnership.
Classy.
But he was like an outcast in the family. He was a slob. And
Really? You guys want to do a pull-up contest?
the mayor is a low IQ person. I mean, he's a stupid person. Chicago has a real chance to become great again.
Fuck you, Chicago's awesome.
There's a case great
I love Chicago. Leave it alone.
again. If we were allowed to do what we did in Washington or Memphis, I was with
What do you mean? Cover everything in pool sealant?
the governor of Tennessee yesterday, and he said, I want to come in. He came in to thank me. I said, for what? He said, what you did for Memphis. Memphis, the crime is down about 72%. And it's going, he said it's like a different city. Washington is even more so. We started a little bit earlier. Washington, you walk down the streets and people feel safe here again.
Yeah, that's because your friends are creeped out by homeless people and think they're all monsters. Not because they're actually safer.
A safe city.
You know, there was a shooting like a block from where you're sitting.
If I were, oh, by the way, in Louisiana, what I've done there is unbelievable. Because
you're right, it's not believable.
The governor, Jeff Landry, called. He said, you got to help me with New Orleans.
Yeah, we don't have the tax base, so, and blue states won't pay us to do this. So send down taxpayer money from other states to
crime problem.
Clean up our area.
And I sent in our really talented people, including National Guardsmen, and they did it.
All right. Government employees, that would be.
Unbelievable. They had the safest, they said they had the safe, it just ended about 3 weeks ago. They had the safest Mardi Gras they've ever had. I could do that in Chicago.
And the least fun.
But you have to have the support of a governor. You can't have a slob that says, you know, we don't want it.
We also don't have Mardi Gras really big there either, you know. So
people get murdered, and he says it's fine. They lost 5 or 6 people last week, and they said, it's fine. They're not going to lose 5 or 6 people.
I don't remember the mayor of Chicago saying 5, 6 people. That's fine. That sounds more like what you said about the death of our soldiers.
And I would make Chicago so good and so safe. It's got potential. The longer it goes, the harder it is to fix. And San Francisco, we could do such a good job. My friend said, please let the mayor. He's a liberal guy, nice guy. I talked to him. He wants to make San Francisco good.
Make San Francisco good.
And he's trying very hard. I said, look, I can do it much faster than you. Please.
Let me just come in there with a bunch of people and shoot them.
Please let me have a time. I mean, I spoke to the mayor. And some very important people asked me to give him a chance because they'd like to see if he could do it. And he's doing okay, but I could do it much faster, much better. And we can remove, don't forget, 2% of your people create 90% of your crime. That's a great number because 2% of the people you can take care of. If it was 90% of the people, that's no good. But
yeah, that'd be a little difficult, I guess.
2% in.
But enough about California City.
Washington, right here in D.C., we removed close to 5,000 hard-line criminals. Many came in through the Biden
hard line. So they don't negotiate?
Open border. We removed them from Washington, D.C., and it's one of the reasons that we're so safe now. We have a great, beautiful place. Again, the fountains are
show the giant pool again.
Almost all open. You're going to have the reflecting pool open.
Oh, fuck, this was one big weave.
Opened within hours. I mean, literally within hours. The water starts pouring in tonight. It's going to be beautiful. You haven't seen that since 1922. Think of that.
What? Again, what the fuck?
1922. It hasn't worked. Never worked. From the day they built it, it never worked. But
I don't know what then what have we all been looking at?
You're going to see that. And people are...
Where did all those reflections come from?
All thanking me because Washington's beautiful again. The parks are open. We changed the grass. You know, grass has a life also. Like people. Grass has...
No, it doesn't have a life like people.
A life. And that grass hasn't been changed in 70, 80 years. It died many times over. We have beautiful grass.
Sorry, it kept coming back to life. So it is like people, but like specific people, like Lazarus.
There's beautiful parks, beautiful everything. We don't have people living on it. And Washington, D.C., in a matter of 14...
Get on with it.
...months, Washington...
Boring.
D.C. is like a different place. If people are coming here, you know, the restaurants are all going out of business.
All right, we're getting very close to him filling his diaper.
Because you use the restaurants, and now the restaurants are hot as in fact,
Pistol?
If anything, we don't have enough restaurant space. They're all reopening. It's become vibrant. It's a beautiful thing to watch, and I am honored that I've been able to do it to our nation's capital. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
Thank you, press. Please leave because you can't be in here when he gets up from the chair because often there's a stain and a smell and he can't walk very well and we have to help him up out of the chair and then you guys get a shot of his ankles. It's why they had to extend the desk on either side in case he decides to stand at one point just so he can hide his fucking legs.
Thank you, press. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
Who's the Stepford wife waving everybody out?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. That's it.
No one
Okay.
transgender.
Look at that. We made it. We made it through. We got all the way through it. Holy shit. And my voice held up relatively well. Relatively. I definitely need rest before the next show, but I've got it. So wish me luck. Thank you guys. Enjoy Brian's show. I know we're going to raid over there, so I'm going to dump out really quickly because I've been around for a bunch. Thank you guys so much, and you're awesome, and don't forget it. And we got through a lot of his shit today, all the way through, so nobody can say, that was taken out of context. No, it was not. I will see you guys later. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else, all right? Promise? Okay. You know who loves you. I'm telling you.